Bring the family to Angler's Restaurant, where Maine classics like fried clams, haddock, and lobster are served with a smile. Join us for lunch or dinner, or order ahead to go. See our full menu at anglersseafoodrestaurant.com, your hometown seafood spot.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Cross Insurance Center for Eastern Maine or Northern Maine Championship coverage here on Eastern Maine Sports. Tonight, it's the Class C schools moving in, and the first game of the night is the girls' Northern Maine Championship game as the Mattanock Academy Lynx, the number 1 seed, take on the number 3 seed Foxcroft Academy Ponies. I'm Toby Nelson, joined in the broadcast by Logan Martin, and Logan, fans have filtered in here tonight for both of these clubs looking for their first ever regional championship. So no matter what happens tonight, history's going to be made by somebody.
Yeah, no matter what, man. We love situations like this because no matter what the result is, a program's going to go home very, very happy. This is the regional finals. You're one step closer if you can win this game. A very tough matchup if you're Foxcroft Academy, but you got nothing to lose, so that's the good part of it. So excited for this one to get underway.
The Mattanock Lynx come in undefeated, 20-0. They've beaten all comers this season, and then, of course, won their quarterfinal and semifinal round game, knocked off Orono in the quarterfinal, knocked off a pretty tough Caribou team in the semifinal to get here. They've got great size inside with Addison Sear. Megan House also brings a good scoring punch to the table, both 1,000-point scorers. Very rarely do you see a 1,000-point scorer on one team, let alone 2,000-point scorers on one team.
Yeah, holy smokes. I mean, you talk about Addison Sear, a couple thousand rebounds and a couple thousand points and 1,000 rebounds throughout her career. You know, she has great size, great control. She's very athletic for a center. And then you look at Megan House. She's one of the taller guards in the division, and she can really get to the rim off the dribble. She can cut. She's physical as well. And those are two players that are a handful to guard offensively.
On the flip side, Foxcroft Academy comes in here with wins over Callis and George Stevens, knocked off number 6 Callis, knocked off number 2 George Stevens Academy. First game, their quarterfinal game, got the jitters out of the way, won 32-22. Looked much better in the second game with a win over George Stevens, a 47-35 final, a win for Foxcroft Academy. So Ponies playing some pretty good basketball coming into this championship game.
Yeah, convincing win in the last round, and They got high hopes coming into this. I mean, nothing to lose. I mentioned that, and that's true when you're talking about Foxcroft Academy going up against these Lynx, because this Lynx team is very, very good. You mentioned it, 18-0. Ponies come in at a very good record as well, 15-3. This is going to be a dogfight. We had the pleasure of calling the Dexter Mattanock game, and we saw what it takes to stay with this Lynx team for 4 quarters. So we'll see if FA can do that.
Looking forward to a great one here tonight, the Class C Regional Championship game. Number 1 Mattanock, number 3 Foxcroft Academy. How about we take a time out of the pregame show? When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about this contest and get you set for a busy night of high school basketball. Foxcroft and Mattanock coming up on Eastern Maine Sports.
Sweatshirts, jackets, hats, baby clothes, and much more. Get your Eastern Maine Sports merch at www.bonfire.com/store/eastern-maine-sports. or at easternmainsports.com. Wide selection of items available, with more being added frequently.
Are you looking for the perfect house? Well, look no further than Next Home Experience Realtor, Jamie Gilbert. Jamie covers the greater Bangor area all the way up to Greenville. She offers superior personal service before, during, and after your transaction. So if you are in the greater Bangor area and you see Luke the next home dog on a lawn, make sure to call Next Home Experience Realtor Jamie Gilbert. Give her a call at 207-343-1215 and get started on finding your dream home today.
And softball training facility has the perfect gift for the budding all-star on your holiday shopping list. Give the gift of training. Sluggers offers both group and one-on-one lessons for all levels. Give the gift of experience, from batting cages to advanced technology. Sluggers is the perfect place to get practice and improve skills. Give the gift of competition. Joining a travel team at Sluggers is a great way to learn and grow with new friends. You're sure to hit it out of the park when you give the gift of Sluggers.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays, showcasing innovative trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
Get hydrated and energized and feel fantastic at Pine State Nutrition. Whether you're an athlete, a workaholic, or a parent on the go, we have something for everyone. Get your tea or shake filled with healthy energy, hydration, immunity, protein, and so much more. Healthy starts here at Pine State Nutrition on Broadway in Bangor.
Bring the family to Angler's Restaurant, where Maine classics like fried clams, haddock, and lobster are served with a smile. Join us for lunch or dinner, or order ahead to go. See our full menu at anglersseafoodrestaurant.com, your hometown seafood spot. Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection to modular home and communications equipment. Call 977-BEAR today.
Back at the Cross Insurance Center, Toby Nelson along with Logan Martin as we get set for high school basketball. Mark Callan, our producer here this evening. It's the Class C Northern Maine Championship game, Mattanocook and the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. For the Lynx, we know what they have, Logan. We've talked about good size inside, Addison Sear, Megan House, and then they bring some players off the bench as well that we saw when they played Dexter a couple of weeks ago. Riley Sear came off the bench, had 10 good points for them, so they've got some pretty good outside play as well. They're kind of like the total package in Class C.
Yeah, they are the total package, and that kind of means the Ponies have to play their perfect game tonight if they want to come out with a victory here. I mean, the Lynx haven't lost a game, and there's a very good reason for it. We watched younger sister Riley Sear come into action against Dexter and really make an impact as soon as she stepped onto the court and seeing playing time. Defensive presence, creating steals, forcing turnovers, all that kind of stuff, and then finishing at the basket and getting to the foul line. And she's only a freshman. So playing her in a game like that gives her a moment like this where she's ready. She's had some reps.
And then on the flip side, you look at Foxcroft Academy. They come in here 17-3, 3 losses on the year. They lost twice to Class B Herman, who made the tournament in Class B, and they lost once to Caribou. That was up in Caribou. They split with them during the season. Outside of that, they are unblemished with 17 wins. Most they've had, I'm pretty sure, in school history. I got to go back and take a look on that. But the fact of the matter is they've got a lot of wins for Coach Tyler Muzzy. We know what Nola Mason brings to the table. Cassidy LaBelle has had a nice tournament. Looks like we're going to have to, for Foxcroft Academy, they're going to have to see another person kind of get into that scoring column here tonight.
Yeah, we talked about it, and You know, you kind of expect Allie Cook to do something in a game like this. You're facing two great offensive players on the opposing side. You're going to give her that big defensive responsibility, allow her to follow whoever you choose, and she's going to play great defense. And you also have to have her ready to shoot because she can get her feet set, hands ready, and really knock down a shot. So if you can get her in a rhythm, it takes a lot of weight off of Noah Mason's shoulders.
On the winner of this game, we'll play the winner of the Southern Maine Championship game, which is happening right now. It's getting underway in just a matter of moments. That's Spruce Mountain, the number 1 seed. Spruce Mountain is Jay in Livermore Falls, and Wells. So it's Spruce Mountain against Wells in that championship game. That's the girls' championship game. Following this one tonight, the boys' Northern Maine Championship, Caribou, Fort Kent boys. That's going to be appointment television. They're going to have a sea of maroon across the way and a sea of green behind us, and that's all Aroostook County final. Winner of that one goes to the state final. The boys' South Sea final is Spruce Mountain against Maranacook. So Spruce Mountain with both their boys and girls teams in it down in Augusta. Earlier today, plenty of good basketball. Logan, you were on the call. The game had just finished up with the Machias boys picking up a win, knocked off Madawaska. Machias got enough points early on, kind of had to hang on in the end, but they are the champions of Class D.
Yeah, those are two really good teams for Class D basketball. I was really impressed by both sides. Machias had a couple great players. O'Connell had a good second half defensively and then knocking down some important free throws. And then outside of that, they shot the ball well and they finished down low. Their two big guys, Barrett and Carter, down low could really finish, and they're very efficient. I think they shot at least 75% together, and they got the rebounds to back up what they really should be doing down low. So it was a really good game to watch. And then Quinn Pelletier, I mean, he's a freshman, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that until the third quarter. If you were to hide this roster sheet from me and tell me to guess what grade he's in, I would have said a senior. Yep. Man. So by the time he's a senior, he's going to be one of the players to watch in this state. He's very talented.
Machias with a win in that one. They'll take on Monmouth in the state final. The Mustangs get a win over Mount Abram in the Southern Maine final. Earlier today, Penobscot Valley girls take home their second straight regional championship. They beat Machias. They will play in the state final next week against the Mount Abram girls. And then earlier today, we had the S championships. Wisdom girls get a win. Easton boys get a win. They'll both play Valley in the S finals down in Augusta next Saturday at the Augusta Civic Center. That's what's going on around the state with basketball. We've got a couple more games here tonight. Mattanock Foxcroft coming your way next on Eastern Maine.
Are you looking for the perfect house? Well, look no further than Next Home Experience Realtor, Jamie Gilbert. Jamie covers the greater Bangor area all the way up to Greenville. She offers superior personal service before, during, and after your transaction. So if you are in the greater Bangor area and you see Luke the next home dog on a lawn, make sure to call Next Home Experience Realtor, Jamie Gilbert. Give her a call at 207-343-1215 and get started on finding your dream home today.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
At the Cross Insurance Center, Toby Nelson along with Logan Martin getting set for this championship game. Foxcroft Academy and Mattanock. A lot of maroon in here tonight. Actually, 3 of the 4 teams are in maroon. that are playing here this evening. Foxcroft and Mattanock in maroon, Caribou Boys in maroon. Following this one, the only outlier is Fort Kent. They bring green here tonight. So Foxcroft and Mattanock to play in the regional championship. Let's send it over to the table right now as public address announcer Bob Beetham will have all the participants in this one. We'll have our national anthem, and then we'll tip it off. The Ponies and the Lynx for Class C Gold.
Before introducing the teams, the Maine Principals Association and FAME, the Finance Authority of Maine, remind you that interscholastic athletics are an extension of the educational classroom. In keeping with this educational mission, the Maine Principals Association places a significant emphasis on sportsmanship at all MPA-sanctioned events. Please do your part by supporting the student athletes, coaches, game officials, and fellow spectators in a positive manner. We thank you in advance for your support of sportsmanship and of the 2026 MPA Maine State Basketball Tournament presented by Hammond Lumber Company. At this time, let's meet the participants in this welcoming Class C championship game. Introducing first the team members for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. Agent player is sophomore Allie Kane. Our sophomore number 10, Sophie Day. Our freshman number 12, Addie Rayfield. Our senior number 13, Lydia Mew. Our junior number 14, Sabrina Douglas. Our freshman number 21, Ella Annis. Our junior captain number 23, Mason Hall. Our junior number 34, Jasmine Hall. The assistant coaches Josh Kimball and Liza Mew, and the head coach for Foxcroft Academy is Connor Muzzy. And now introduce the team members from the home Mattanock Academy Lynx. Our junior number 1, Lily Noonan. Our junior number 4, Hope Gray. Our sophomore number 10, Kaylin De La Cruz. Our junior number 11, Marley Irish. Our senior number 12, Jessie Kimball. Our sophomore number 13, Vanessa Morse. Our sophomore number 15, Tiana Rich. Our freshman number 23, Ariana Michaels. Our freshman number 25, Marley Sear. Our senior number 32, Emma Hyatt. Assistant coaches Jackson Weatherby. The head coach for Mattanock Academy is Pat House. And now the starting lineups for tonight's regional championship game. For Foxcroft Academy at guard, our junior number 2, Ariel Cook. For Mattanock Academy at guard, our junior number 2, Natalie Turner. For Foxcroft Academy at guard, a senior captain, number 3, Adam Gray. For Mattanock Academy at guard, a senior captain, number 5, Juliana Fouquet. For Foxcroft Academy at guard, a sophomore, number 5, Mandy Hughes. For Mattanock Academy at guard, a senior captain, number 21, Megan House. For Foxcroft Academy at forward, a senior, number 11, Cassidy Liddell. And from Foxcroft Academy Ponies at 4, and from Mananock Academy Links at 4, a senior captain, number 44, Allison Sear. The officials for this game are Mr. Cowan, Ms. Bradstreet, and Mr. Caswell. Certified athletic training services are provided by Northern Light Sports Health. You're invited to stand and renew your caps as the Foxcroft Academy Band, under the direction of Josh Guthrie, honors our country with the playing of our national anthem.
Starting lineups and the national anthem, and we're ready to go here tonight. The Foxcroft Academy Ponies, the Matanocook Academy Lynx, Toby Nelson and Logan Martin with you as we get set for this regional championship game. The Matanocook Lynx will start Turner, Kluke, House, Dela Cruz, and Sear. Foxcroft counters with Cook, Day, Muth, LaBelle, and Mason. Those are the starters for the Foxcroft Ponies. Matanocook 20-0, Foxcroft 17-3. Neither team has won a regional championship. History is going to be made here at some point with one of these clubs. Matanocook was here last year in the regional championship, lost to Penobscot Valley in the C final. They were the 2 seed last year. Penobscot Valley was the 1 seed. And Foxcroft Academy last year in 2017 when they faced the Holton Shire Towners. That's back when they were in Class B. So we're ready to go here tonight as the Ponies and the Matanocook Lynx for the Class C Regional Championship. Referee Lance Cowan will throw it in the air. Opening tip is taken by, let's see, it went out of bounds off of Foxcroft, so it'll be Matanocook ball. It ran all the way over by the Matanocook bench where it goes out of bounds. So the Lynx will have it to start things off. Natalie Turner inbounds it to Julianne Kluke, and she'll start the offense here for the Matanocook Lynx. Kluke up top, guarded closely by Maddie Muth. As a kick pass to the corner is Kluke, guarded by Addie Day of Foxcroft Academy. Down inside, Dela Cruz turns, and she'll swing it back out. 3-point shot on the way. That one in and out, no good. Addison Sear there for the rebound. The putback goes, and the Matanocook Lynx on the scoreboard.
It's one of the keys to the game. If you're the Ponies, you got to get defensive rebounds. Can't allow second chance opportunities.
So Addison Sear got inside position as they're going to go into looks like a box and one. As their box, the one is Nola Mason. They don't want to allow her to have the basketball. Off in the corner, down low now, as they pass at the free throw line to LaBelle, dumps it down inside, as Addie Day steps through the double team, shot block, comes down with it in the lane, and now pulls it back up top. Driving the lane, Muth to the glass, lays it in.
It's a really good first possession if you're the Ponies right there, staying with it, staying with the offense, being patient. Good finish right there.
Ponies in the traveling maroon, Matanocook the home white. Lynx go from right to left here in this first half of play. Up top with it, it's Kluke for the Lynx. At the free throw line now, Addison Sear, as she waits for her offensive help to come. They look down low to House. It goes off her fingertips, And out of bounds, it's turned over back to Foxcroft Academy. So again, they're running a box and one, which means they're playing man-to-man defense on Nola Mason. The rest of the team was playing zone.
And that's another key to the game if you're the Ponies. You got to have someone else outside of Mason ready to shoot the basketball. That's why it was such a good first possession. It looked like everyone that got the ball was ready to make something happen right there.
Day to LaBelle, down to Mason as they'll run it back upside. Allie Cook for Foxcroft Academy, dribbles into the paint, now goes down low to LaBelle. LaBelle feeds it down inside, the shot by Cook no good, comes down and gets her own rebound, and we get a whistle and a blocking foul on Mattinock on Dela Cruz. So the Ponies, I will say so far, Logan, they're getting offensive rebounds.
They are, and the whole offensive set is looking really good right now. If you remember what we saw Dexter against the Lynx, a lot of the same's happening here in the first half. We'll talk about it at some point.
In the corner, the inbounds pass to Cook along the right side. Gets in the lane, shot blocked away as Sear blocked that one out of there, and she's running the court. Up ahead is Megan House now for the Lynx. The crossover dribble, dumps it down low. Sear ball tipped away. They sandwiched her, and it's taken out by Nola Mason. Mason into the front court, kicks it out to Cook. Cook for three, side of the rim, no good. Dela Cruz with the board. Dela Cruz out to House through her hands, and it goes out of bounds. So both teams right now a little bit out of sorts.
Really impressed by the pace of the Ponies right now, getting up and down the court. They don't look scared or anything right now. I mean, this is a good Lynx team. This girl's ready to play today.
2-2, Mattinock and Foxcroft, 1 and 3 seeds in Class C. Here's LaBelle for the Ponies. Holds over her head and gets it up top to Cook. Now off to Day. Day for three, off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound saved in by Cook in the corner. So the Ponies, third time down the court, they've got an offensive rebound. Kick pass out to Muth. She'll try three, that's off the mark. And the rebound picked up by Mattinock. So the Lynx have it. Here's Addison Sear, 1,000-point scorer, and 1,000 rebounder as well, which is crazy. She's had a great career for Coach Pat House and the Mattinock Lynx. Here's Megan House, that's the coach's daughter. House gets it back, drives the lane, stops, pulls up with a shot. It's no good. Dela Cruz with the board. Gives it out along the near side. Three-point try is rattled in and out. Addison Sear gets the rebound, backs her way down, and traffic shot no good, and pulled out by Addie Day. Day running the court for the Ponies, and now she'll slow it up as they get the front court. Don't think Foxcroft wanted to get into a track meet tonight. They love to control tempo. They figure if they keep the score in the 30s and 40s, they got a great chance to win this one. Ball knocked away and stolen. Up ahead of the pack now, it's House. She'll go to the glass. Whistle. Traveling violation. So it's a travel. It was very unorthodox. It might have just been two real big steps.
Yeah, I mean, she's a very tall guard. Those steps are long, and they're also kind of slow right there. Kind of like Luka Doncic. I messed that name up, but you get the point.
I know the point.
You get the point.
Either way, it's turned over. Foxcroft gets the basketball back along the left side in the corner. It's Cook. We're tied up at 2. Just over 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter from the cross center. Nola Mason through traffic and a blocking foul on Mattinock. That goes on Juliana Kluke.
Yeah, the Lynx in the 2-3 defense, they like to play their bottom level pretty much underneath the backboard. It's kind of interesting, which forces them to have to step up when you have someone dribbling with the ball.
Not a shooter. They thought it was a shooting situation. It's not. So checking in here for Mattinock. Emma Ayotte checking in for the Mattinock Lynx. Inbounds into the corner. It's Day for three. It's off the rim. No good. And Addison Sear there for the rebound. Sear pulls down the board for the Lynx. She can dribble the ball up the court as well, as she's taking it right now by herself. Sear to the free throw line. Goes down the lane. Throws it up. No good. A little too hard. Saw some pretty good contact there from Mason. Yeah. And Mason gets the rebound for the Ponies. Mason off to Day, back in the corner now. Down low, Mason spins, gives it off to LaBelle. LaBelle right side, little fadeaway pop from the baseline, no good. Sear pulls down the board. Playing even so far, the Ponies and the Lynx, 2-2. So we're under 4 minutes now to play here in the first quarter. This is Megan House for Mattinock. Guarded out front by Cook. House. Screen set for her, lob down low, Sear catches, she's double, triple team, comes back down with it, puts it up around and in. She is just so tough to stop.
They got to dig that out as soon as that gets down to the post. Addison Sear got to get hands on the basketball.
Both of her baskets so far have been off second chance opportunities. Ball stripped away and stolen. Taken out by the Lynx. Down court, it's House. House waits for traffic to clear. Pulls up, kicks to the corner to Kluke. Kluke back around the horn. House right side. Lobs it down low as the catch by Addison Sear. As we get a foul, reach-in foul goes on Foxcroft Academy.
Right idea, though. You got to get a hand on it. You can't allow her to catch it cleanly and turn and face the basket.
Maddie Muth called for the foul. Dela Cruz coming back in. Timeout called by Coach Tyler Muzzy, so he'll check out some stuff with his kids with 3:02 to play here in the first quarter. Hey, we want to thank all of our sponsors here on Eastern Maine Sports that are bringing you this live tournament coverage. Rowell's Garage, Herring Brothers, the Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union, Governor's Restaurant, Angler's Restaurant, Sports Arena, Sluggers, Starboard Company Events, Gordon Contracting, Jamie Gilbert Next Home Experience Realtor, Newport Glass, Hammond Lumber Company, Black Bear Crane, Roundy's Paving, Pine State, Hometown, and Durago Nutrition, and Varney Chevrolet. They're bringing live action of Tourney 2026 here on Eastern Maine Sports. In the post-game show, we will award our Pine State Nutrition Player of the Game, brought to you by Pine State Nutrition in Bangor. So those are the Player of the Game coming up in our post-game show. We'll have the awards, all that stuff coming up in the post-game show. It's about an hour away, though. We got a lot of basketball to go.
Really good game so far. I mean, we've seen 5 minutes of action, only 6 points scored, a lot of good defense, and if you're the Ponies, you're getting your shots, you're just not making them, so don't stop shooting.
3:02 to go here in the first quarter. Never had to tell you that, did we?
That thing would go over the backboard, and you wouldn't have to tell me that. They wouldn't even land in the same area.
No, that's true. Going to miss every shot you don't take, Logan.
Right. No, I live by that. That's why I was in the yearbook.
Lynx have the ball out of bounds on the baseline. As Sear inbounds it, gets it in now to Turner. At the free throw line, Dela Cruz kicks near side. House toes it up for three, around the rim and off, no good. So neither team has hit anything from the outside. Everything's been a layup. Here's Muth racing the other way for Foxcroft. Out to Nola Mason, gives it off to Cook. Cook stop spots for three off the front rim, no good. Sear pulls down the board. Up ahead of the pack to House. They like to leak her out as House pulls up. Shot too hard. Rebound fought for, goes out of bounds. And it's going to be Foxcroft ball. Watch House. You can't see it on the screen, but every time she's going to leak out, they want to get her the basketball up for a fast break.
Yeah, she's trying to just, like you said, leak out and be unseen right there and get a pass advance and get into transition, allow her to finish at the rim. That's where she's at best.
Ponies are using Day and possibly Cook to drop back every time. Kick out pass to Muth for Foxcroft. Gets to the free throw line. Pull up, pop, off the glass and in.
It's a good shot, and I think that the Ponies are going to have to live at the mid-range to the three-point line based on how they're guarding underneath the basket.
So Maddie Muth banks it off the rim and in, and we're tied at 4 between Foxcroft and Mattinaw-Cook. Here's Dela Cruz at the free throw line. Nice fire down inside to Sear. As Sear, double team, puts the shot up. It's no good, and a whistle. Foul. The rebounding action goes on Dela Cruz. So Chloe Dela Cruz called for the foul, her second. That's the third on the team, and the Ponies will have the ball in the backcourt.
We talked about it before the game. Cassia LaBelle might have a huge size disadvantage against Addison Sear, but she's scrappy. She's going to get her hands in the face. She's going to contest everything, and she's making it really difficult for Sear, but she's checking out now. So, Payson Hall, she's going to come in and have to play a big role against Addison Sear. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how Hall does as they move Hall down in that low block. So, Addie Day has the ball thrown away, stolen by House. House with a steal. As the pass knocked out of bounds, it goes out of bounds off of Foxcroft Academy, so the Mattinaw-Cook Lynx will inbound it along the sideline. Mattinaw-Cook fans screaming for a foul. Don't worry, the Foxcroft fans will scream in a minute for a foul. That's how it works here.
It's a tense basketball.
It is. High intensity. Juliana Kluke up top for Mattinaw-Cook. As Sear down the lane, shot no good, but draws the foul. That's Riley Sear. So remember, she had a great game over to Dexter when we saw her earlier this season, and we expect her to have a good game here tonight. Riley just a freshman, but playing a pivotal role for Coach Pat House and his Lynx.
Yeah, we saw what she could do against Dexter when we called that game, taking it right to the rim, drawing contact. She does it as soon as she checks in here.
At the free throw line, shooting two, Riley Sear. First one, she gets the friendly roll, bounced a couple times off the back of the rim, and falls down through. Gives Mattinaw-Cook a 1-point lead, 5-4.
The Ponies need to do better boxing out Addison Sear.
Second shot is good. 2 of 2 for Riley Sear, and it's a 6-4 Mattinaw-Cook lead over Foxcroft. Staying in the box and one is Nola Mason being shadowed all over the place by Juliana Kluke. Off in the corner, it's Cook for three. It's over everything, no good. Riley Sear with the rebound.
She's just got to keep shooting. Just keep shooting.
Gives it to her sister Addison. And now off to Kluke. Minute 10 to go in the first quarter. Off on the near side. Driving baseline Turner now gives it back up. Picking it up in the corner is Kluke, off to Turner. They look for Sear inside. Nola Mason steps in and steals it. So Mason off in transition. Mason going along the left side, lays it up, no good. Player control foul on Nola Mason. If she was out of control going in, she'll be called for the player control foul.
I do like the idea, though. She hasn't really done anything offensively with the ball in her hands. Go attack the basket, make something happen. Just not the call you want right there.
And when you're the one in the box and one, you're not going to see the ball as much. So it's a good way to get a basket and get out in transition.
Beat them before they set up on defense.
Juliana Kluke with it with 50 seconds to play here in the first quarter. In a 6-4 Mackinac lead. Riley Sear drives baseline and brings it back up top. Lynx lead by 2. Low scoring affair here as a 3-point shot, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds. It goes off of Addison Sear. And it is the referee called a red ball, but he meant to point white. There's no question that ball went out off of Foxcroft. And I know the Pony fans don't like it, but the official said, hey, I'm sorry, I pointed the wrong way.
Yeah, at least he's owned up to it, because it had me shocked.
So Mackinac to inbound. It's off to Addison Sear, skips it near side, quick ball movement along the baseline, a whistle, and a traveling violation on Riley Sear. So it's a turnover with 27 seconds to go in the quarter. If I'm Foxtrot, play for the final shot here.
Yeah, you have to. You can't give the Lynx another opportunity because everything in the last 15 seconds has gone your way. Finish the quarter with the basketball in your hands.
2-point ball game, 18 seconds to go, and that's exactly what Coach Muzzy will tell Addie Day. She dribbles out near midcourt. She'll start to attack here in a second or two. Day dribbles in towards the free throw line, gives it out to Muth. Muth with 5 seconds, throws it up off the glass, no good. Rebound, Cook blocked away, loose on the floor. Hall goes after it, horn sounds. And the first quarter in the books here from the Cross Insurance Center. Low scoring affair here in this one after one quarter. It's Mackinac 6, Foxcroft 4. We're back with second quarter action after this on Eastern Maine Sports.
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays, showcasing innovative trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
Rep Eastern Maine Sports with official merch made for real fans. Grab yours now by scanning the QR code on screen and wear the brand that brings the action live.
Eastern Maine Sports.
At the Cross Insurance Center, Toby Nelson along with Logan Martin. We get set for the second quarter. In first quarter, not really a lot to decide. It's a 2-point lead for Mackinac, but the tempo, Foxcroft Academy probably likes the tempo at this point.
Yeah, you're exactly right. This is the Ponies' tempo right here. Defensive, patient on offense. You know, FA's controlling this game down 2.
Mackinac averages 69 points a game. They scored 6 in the first quarter. For Foxcroft Academy, they've got the ball, trailing by 2 as we start the second quarter of play, as Cook gives it over to Addie Day. Day drives, gets free, pulls up with a shot off the back rim, no good. Ball goes out of bounds off Foxcroft Academy.
I mean, another example, Foxcroft Academy's getting the shot they want, they just can't get it to fall.
Both teams, we don't keep track of shooting percentage right here, but it's low right now.
Yeah.
They're getting shots, they're just not making shots. And that goes for both teams at this point. Maybe the rim will open up a bit here in the second quarter. Stepping back, Sear with a jumper, gets it to go. That's Riley Sear.
I'm not leaving her open from mid-range like that. If it's a 3, maybe it's a different story. I don't know. I still wouldn't leave her that open.
The freshman with the 18-footer makes it 8-4 Mackinac. Here's Cook off to Muth now for Foxcroft. Muth gives it to Cook over in the right corner, looks to drive baseline. She's there for the Pony, skips it across the lane, now to Day. Day steps into the foul line, back up top to Muth, the lefty open for 3, around the rim and off, no good. Addison Sear pulls down the rebound, good strong rebound for Sear. You're not going to take it away from her.
No, you won't.
The only way to stop her is just not let her get it in the first place. She is strong and knows what to do with the basketball. Here's Sear, steps back, another jumper, this off the back rim, no good. And Payson Hall with a good box out. She's able to pull the rebound down for the Ponies.
It's great having Payson Hall as your backup center. She can match Addison Sear's height.
Day gives it up front, and Natalie Turner called with a push for the Mattanock Lynx. That's the first foul here in the second quarter on Mattanock as Chloe Dela Cruz will check back in.
This is just nitpicking a little bit, but I think if we move the basketball more than we're dribbling right now, or what we've seen the last few possessions, we'll get this defense to space out and move around. Right now, the ball's sticking to the court a little too much.
On the baseline, it goes inside. Nola Mason goes up and under, can't get the shot to go. Sear pulls down the rebound. Long baseball pass down court as House catches in stride, goes right side, too hard. Dela Cruz rips it down, jump ball. Possession arrow stays with Mattanock.
You brought it up. There's Megan House leaking out in transition. You saw what happens if the defense doesn't catch her. I mean, that's a wide open layup. Gotta want that one back.
House to inbound. Team leads it by 4. In the corner, it's Sear. She wanted that three-point shot.
She's not afraid to shoot it.
No, she's not. Decided not to take it. Here's House. She'll take it from the near side 3 and hit it.
Can't let her catch fire because you know who follows.
Megan House with her first points of the game. Mattanock out to a 7-point lead now, 11-4. Ponies looking to get a bucket. Shot comes up short for Cook. Rebound inside Nola Mason. Triple team comes out to Day. If you're triple team, someone's got to be open. They swing it back up top to Cook. Around the court, Muth. As Muth drives in the lane, she puts the shot up, blocked away, and taken out by Mattanock.
See, they're not making shots right now, so they're passing up shots. And they're being a little too unselfish. You got to shoot it if you're open.
House in the front court. Free throw line, Dela Cruz. Looks to lob down inside as they get House. She might get a 3-second violation, yeah. She was posted up inside for quite a while on Payson Hall.
This is a huge possession right here. I would get the ball to Nola Mason. I don't care if it's a box and one. Just get her the ball and see what she can do with it. Only opportunity she's really had was in transition outside of the inbounds plays.
LaBelle coming back in. They go big because they put Cook on the bench right now, so Day kind of running the point. They're going to go big as we get a whistle and a pushing foul on Addison Sear. Pony fans like it, Mattanock fans don't.
As a Foxcroft Academy alum, I don't know if I would like that either. I mean, that's the second foul on Addison Sear. That's a huge second foul because if she gets her third before halftime, it's even bigger. It's even a bigger issue. So now, as a coach, you got to make the decision: do you leave her in? You take her out.
Second free throw for LaBelle, around and off, no good. Rebound taken off by Mattanock. So the Lynx have it as LaBelle missed both of them at the free throw line. Off into the front court. Dela Cruz off the House, steps back, another three-point try, comes up short. Addison Sear in the lane, goes up off the glass, gets it to go. Tough shot for Sear.
And Maddie Muth and Nola Mason were trying to box her out. Just too tall, Addison Sear is.
13-4, so Mattanock leading it by 9. Here's LaBelle in the lane. Ball almost tied up as she's double-teamed. Whistle and a 3-second violation. LaBelle got caught. That's what happens when the ball gets thrown at your feet. You take too much time down there. It really wasn't her fault, but unfortunately she gets called for the 3-second violation. House in the front, not House. This is Kluke in the front court. Dela Cruz at the free throw line, now House near side. Addison Sear comes up to the high post. They give the ball back. The Lynx do to Kluke. Now Sear at the top of the key. Swings it off to her sister Riley Sear. Looked to drive. Good cut by Day. Didn't allow her the drive. At the free throw line, Dela Cruz. Down the lane. Floats it up. Shot no good. And the rebound pulled off to Nola Mason. Mason running the court for the Ponies. Gives it off to LaBelle. LaBelle inside. Ball ripped away. Traveling violation on LaBelle. Ball got taken away from her, and she kind of gathered it again and took a step.
Yeah, I don't know if she knew where she was on the court right there. I think she kind of stopped, like you said, gathered her feet, and didn't look up to see she was right there on the right block. So, again, you hold on to the basketball too long underneath the hoop, it's only going to cause problems.
4:22 to play here in the opening half. It's 13-4, so Mattanock's run off the last 9 straight points. We were tied at 4 late in that first quarter. And the Lynx have run off the last 9, so we'll see what the Ponies decide to do in their huddle.
It doesn't even feel like the Lynx are running off with it. It's just Foxcroft can't make a shot right now. They're missing both free throws. They haven't made a three-pointer. They've shot probably 5. They've taken a lot of mid-range opportunities. Probably half of them been contested, but the other half have been pretty open because of how they play that 2-3 underneath. Just nothing's falling. Again, you can't stop shooting because if you stop shooting, this is what happens. You turn the ball over.
Right now, the difference in the game, Addison Sear, not necessarily the points. Sear only has, she has 6 points, so that is not like it's only, but her rebounding inside is so intense for Madanaka.
It is, and I feel like they've capitalized on each of her offensive rebounds, and that's what making it stand out.
And Mason's having a hard time getting the basketball right now, just in that box and one, so they've got to make a concerted effort to get the ball to Mason, and like you said, Logan, just to get her a few touches, see if she can get anything going.
It's interesting to watch her in transition, though. The Lynx on defense, they always have at least 2 defenders back there to guard her because they understand if it's one-on-one with Nola Mason, she's going to cook you. She's going to get to the hoop and get her shot.
Out of the timeout, Juliana Kluke in the front court. Now Dela Cruz for Madanawcook. House has it for the Lynx. Dela Cruz guarded by Mason. That's a favorable matchup. At the free throw line, pull up, pop. That one's good for House.
The game we watched against Dexter when she played, she couldn't get anything to fall, but she was getting to her spots, and we're seeing it here. It's finally falling for her, and we're seeing how dynamic of a basketball player she can be.
15-4 as the ball thrown towards backcourt. It's going to be a backcourt violation as Muth picks it up back there, and it's turned over. So an 11-point ball game as Cook comes back in the game. We'll see who checks out for Foxcroft. Payson Hall checks out. So Hall out. They're back. Looks like back with the starters, the Ponies are.
The Ponies have gotten enough stops to stay in this game. It's just, I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, so I'm not even going to say it.
Well, no, it's just that the shots aren't falling at this point. As the handoff goes to House. House guarded by Cook. Down inside now. Sear tries to shovel it across the lane to Dela Cruz. Going to be stolen. Taken out by Addie Day. Ponies could really use a hoop here on this possession. Here's Muth for Foxcroft. Looking for Day. Ball knocked away. Goes out of bounds. Stays with the Ponies with 3:22 to go here in the first half.
It's kind of like we're making our mind up what we want to do with the basketball once we pick up our dribble. You got to have a plan when you have the ball in your hand.
Mason in the corner. He touched the ball off the inbounds pass. They screen it back in the corner to Day. Day for 3 off the rim. Can't get it to go. Sear able to box it out. And a reach-in foul on Foxcroft. That goes on Cook.
They have to shoot that 3. You can't say it's a bad shot.
No.
Nothing's fell.
No, that's a shot you take every time. Especially in this kind of offense with it just trying to find an answer. Lynx inbound. Leading by 11 with 3:13 to play in the first half. Turner in the backcourt for the Lynx. Now breaks the time stripe at the free throw line. Dela Cruz. And a foul on Fox. That's going to go on Cook. I think she was holding. You can't hold coming across the lane as she was holding onto an arm. So Allie picks up her second. That's the second on the team here in the second quarter.
I mean, you get the first one 80 feet from the basket,
right,
and the second one off the ball, so.
It's inbounded along the near side. 3-point shot on the way. That one's good for Juliana Kluke. Took the inbounds pass. She was wide open, and she stuck the 3. So it's 18-4 in favor of Madanawcook in this Class C final. Day off to Cook in the corner. Ball goes out of bounds off of Madanawcook. It'll stay with Foxcroft. Lynx, the number 1 seed, 20-0. Foxcroft coming in here 17-3. Following this one is the Class C Boys Championship game. Caribou and Fort Kent, 2 county teams playing. That's the 1 and 3 seeds as well in Class C Boys. In the lane, it's Muth. Muth up and under. She got the roll to go. That's a big hoop because they needed a basket.
They haven't scored a basket all quarter till then, so yeah, that huge shot there from Maddie Muth.
18-6, Dela Cruz. Off into the corner to House. And they swing it back near side. Lynx working the basketball around. Posting up Dela Cruz. They bring Sear to the high post. Back door, ball thrown away, picked up by Dela Cruz. Off in the corner. 3-point shot off the front rim, no good. Rebound fought for. Sear comes down with it. Goes up with a shot. It's good. And draws the foul. So Sear, another second chance, and we talked about that before. She's tough with 1 chance, let alone 2.
Oh my goodness, yeah, it's almost automatic at that point, and the Ponies also had a steal. The Ponies had a steal right there and didn't control the basketball, got away from them, then it's a missed shot, an offensive rebound, and that's where it comes down to. You can't allow those second chance opportunities.
Foul on Mason, that's her second, as the rebound on the missed foul shot comes down to House, picked up by LaBelle on the baseline. And now taken out by Foxcroft. Nola Mason has it into the front court today. Minute 53 to go in the quarter. Gives it back to Mason, but too low, and it goes out of bounds. Lynx lead it by 14 here, 20-6. Mattanoka kind of the tipping point at this point. You don't want to. You want to keep the bigger lead, right? You want to add to it, but you don't want to give Foxcroft the ball back too many times in the first half to get any momentum.
Right. I mean, they're shooting shots, so it's not like they're turning over, forcing turnovers defensively. So
Dela Cruz, as she goes down the lane, goes out of bounds.
At least the Ponies are controlling what they can control. So.
So it goes out of bounds. Picked up here by the Foxcroft Ponies with 1:25 to play in the half. Off on the baseline. Shot put up off the back rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Muth. She scored all 6 points here for Foxcroft. One of the smallest players in the court got the rebound.
Yeah.
Muth able to step in and get it. Steps in down the lane. The runner, no good. Rebounded Dela Cruz. Knocked away from behind. Muth saves it in. Off to Cook. Her shot blocked, but right back to Cook. Now Nola Mason. Mason runs through traffic, lays it up, can't get it to go. And the rebound to Sear. Ponies trying everything right now.
That was a little chaotic right there, but you said it. They're trying anything. You know, Maddie Muth, we've seen a couple times on offense. She splits the bottom defenders in the middle and the left side in the zone, and right there, pulling up right in front of Addison Sear. That can't go well.
Yeah, Addison Sears had a good first half. 8 points for her. Dela Cruz off to Turner. Turner cut off on the baseline. Now the Lynx. As Dela Cruz fires it down inside to Sear. The catch, turn, shot's good.
That's a tough basket right there. I think Cassie LaBelle did everything she could defensively. Just great body control by Sear. She's too tall, man.
20 seconds to play here in the half. Muth gives it off on the baseline. LaBelle shot around, no good. Rebound taken down by Dela Cruz. 11 seconds to work with here in the half. Gives it off to Turner. As it's House. Dela Cruz swings it near side. Turner fires three off the front rim, no good. And the first half ends here from the Cross Insurance Center as the Mattanock Lynx opened it up in the second quarter as they put up 16 points. Foxcroft only put up 2. And into the locker room, it's the Mattanock Lynx leading at 22-16. But a tough first half for the Ponies.
Tough first half, yeah, and I mentioned it at one point. You know, they're doing everything they can control. Yeah, there's a couple defensive box outs they missed and allowed Addison Sear. But that's going to happen when you play Addison Sear because she's that good of a basketball player. But they're controlling what they can. They've been boxing out pretty good for the most part. They're getting shots up. We've been saying that. They're just not making anything. And sometimes that's sort of uncontrollable. Even though it is controllable, it's sort of uncontrollable.
They're getting shots, just not getting them to make right now as we go to the locker room. Score at the half, the number 1 seed Mattanock Lynx 22, number 3 seed Foxcroft Academy Ponies 6. We'll take a timeout, come back with halftime after this on Eastern Maine Sports.
Sweatshirts, jackets, hats, baby clothes, and much more. Get your Eastern Maine Sports merch at www.bonfire.com/store/Eastern-Maine-Sports or at easternmainsports.com. Wide selection of items available with more being added frequently.
Are you looking for the perfect house? Well, look no further than Next Home Experience Realtor, Jamie Gilbert. Jamie covers the greater Bangor area all the way up to Greenville. She offers superior personal service before, during, and after your transaction. So if you are in the greater Bangor area and you see Luke the next home dog on a lawn, make sure to call Next Home Experience Realtor, Jamie Gilbert. Give her a call at 207-343-1215 and get started on finding your dream home today.
and softball training facility has the perfect gift for the budding all-star on your holiday shopping list. Give the gift of training. Sluggers offers both group and one-on-one lessons for all levels. Give the gift of experience. From batting cages to advanced technology, Sluggers is the perfect place to get practice and improve skills. Give the gift of competition. Joining a travel team at Sluggers is a great way to learn and grow with new friends. You're sure to hit it out of the park when you give the gift of Sluggers.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing a vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays, showcasing innovative trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
Get hydrated and energized and feel fantastic at Pine State Nutrition. Whether you're an athlete, a workaholic, or a parent on the go, we have something for everyone. Get your tea or shake filled with healthy energy, hydration, immunity, protein, and so much more. Healthy starts here at Pine State Nutrition on Broadway in Bangor.
Bring the family to Angler's Restaurant, where Maine classics like fried clams, haddock, and lobster are served with a smile. Join us for lunch or dinner, or order ahead to go. See our full menu at anglersseafoodrestaurant.com, your hometown seafood spot. Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection to modular home and communications equipment. Call 977-BEAR today.
Back at the Cross Insurance Center at the half, it's a 22-6 lead for the Mattanock Lynx over the Foxcroft Academy Ponies in this Class C Regional Championship. And really in the first half, Logan, it was good defense by Mattanock. The strategy was good with the box and one. Ponies just have not been able to find the ball to Nola Mason or Cassidy LaBelle, those two scorers that helped them. The only points have been by Maddie Muth so far.
Yeah, we haven't really noticed any success in the offense for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies when they're in that box and one. So, we talked about it during halftime, what different strategies Coach Muzzy can go to get them out of that box and one, maybe get them back in a zone, because I really do think the weakness in the Lynx defense is their 2-3 zone defense and how they play it and how it's really the formation of it. Mm-hmm. It's odd.
We'll see what happens in the second half, but I'm sure Mattanock is going to stick around. Or maybe they'll be like, you know what, we'll change it up because Foxcroft is going to try to defend it in the second half, and we'll see what happens. So.
I mean, they were open. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're the Lynx, if you're picking anything negative in the halftime locker room, it's that they were open on the majority of their shots, and that's part of the 2-3 zone. So,
first half numbers for you: Addison Sear leading the way for the Mattanock Lynx. She's got 10 points. 5 points for Megan House, 3 for Juliana Kluke, and actually, excuse me, I think 2, 4, 6, yeah, and 3 for Kluke, 4 for Riley Sear, their total of 22. For Foxcroft, it's pretty simple. Maddie Muth with 6. Yeah. That's it. That's what the Ponies have in the first half.
Yeah, and they've came from pretty much the same spot. Outside of that mid-range shot she had, that was a nice touch off the backboard. She's had a couple times against the 2-3 zone defense of the Lynx. She has split the bottom middle defender and the bottom left-hand defender, because we talked about it. The bottom level of that 2-3 zone sinks so far underneath the basket that when you drive to the hoop, you have to force them to step up. Maddie Muth has made work splitting those defenders, balancing her feet, and then getting herself to the left side of the basket, and she's wide open. So I would give the ball to her and let her create it off the dribble if it's not Nola Mason, if things aren't working for her.
On the flip side, the Mattanock Lynx doing things very, very well. Again, Addison Sear with 10 first half points. Yep. And Sear, a lot of her points, they're coming off second chance opportunities. You can't give her a first opportunity, let alone second chance opportunity.
Yeah, I think Mattanock saw something, because you look at their schedule, they're 18-0, but their closest game recently was against Dexter. We talked about it. We called that game. We saw how both teams played. Mattanock loved to play Addison Sear outside the three-point line, and Dexter was hitting shots. In this game, Addison Sear's playing inside the three-point line, and FA's not hitting shots. So, we talk about the pace. It's FA's pace, and it got away from him, and Addison Sear just started taking control underneath the basket.
Second half about ready to get underway as the Mattanock Lynx coming out here. Now, following this one, we'll have a boys matchup as Rich Rotella and Chris Leshner will bring you that one. It is the Class C Boys Championship game. Caribou, the number 1 seed, and the Fort Kent Warriors, the number 3 seed. That should be a great game between two county teams going at it.
Very good game. Aiden Jeffers, was he a sophomore?
Just junior. He's a
junior.
Yep.
Junior. I mean, that's still young for the level of basketball he plays at. And then obviously Caribou, they got some players, and they've been a franchise. They're like the New England Patriots of football here in Maine high school basketball. In Class B and now in Class C.
Yeah, they just win. They won 3 state championships here in the last 6 years and trying to go for their 4th. For Coach Kyle Corrigan and his bunch, he's got a good group of Vikings, and Warriors coming up following this one here tonight. So the Mattanock Lynx will go on defense to start. They switch up sides as the Ponies will go going from right to left here in this second half of play. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what the Foxcroft team talked about in the locker room, see if they can execute here a little bit better in the second half.
If you're looking for some positives for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies, I don't know, and I don't want to jinx anything, but I don't know if you can get much worse than 14% shooting from the field. So I want to say it's only up from here.
Yeah, there you go. Second half about ready to get underway again. Pony basketball to start the second half as Foxcroft coming in here just trying to get something going, but only 16 minutes to work with. And that's what happens as the game goes on. Now the clock works against you.
Yeah. I mean, I really like what I saw from the Foxcroft Academy team in the first quarter defensively, and then obviously second quarter things snuck away because we couldn't hit shots, but just go right back to what we're doing. We're playing Addison Sear really physical. Megan House wasn't able to get to the hoop, and
so the second half underway here from the Cross Insurance Center as Addie Day has it.
Going with a 3-2 defense
here. They are. So they're not well, I say that. Let's see. You're right, they are. So let's see if Nola Mason, they can get her open as they bring her to the high post. So they do switch things up a little bit. As the ball knocked away, loose to the baseline as it's quickly double teamed. Here's Addie Day now for Foxcroft. Goes through the hands of LaBelle, and it's going to be stolen out by House. House gives it to Sear, now back to House.
Good ball movement on the first possession, but
Juliana Kluke off in the corner for the Mattanock Lynx. Sear at the high post, swings it off into the corner and throws the ball away to Cook. Tough pass as Cook just stepped right in front of the pass to House and took it away. Off to Nola Mason. She's got a lane to the basket. Stop, shot, block. Tries to come down with it, tipped around. Taken out by Mattanock. Stolen back by Cook. She'll lay it up and in.
Great job sticking with it. That's 4 points in the last 9 minutes of basketball for the Ponies. So if they can work off of that 2-point basket, you might see him get back in this game.
Here's Sear at the high post again for the Mattanock Lynx. Looks down low, kicks off into the corner with Turner. Turner, Kluke. Now Sear. Sear backs it off as LaBelle not really coming out to contest her. Now House. House holds over her head, swings it back in the corner. As Turner looks to drive, bottled up, now goes down low. Nice spin move on the lane. The shot goes as Megan House. That's a big-time move right there.
Yeah, her body control, the way she can back, post up and then turn and face the basket, she's dominant down there.
24-8. Here's Cook for 3 off the rim. Goes over the top of the backboard and out of bounds. So it's turned over back to Mattanock. Lynx lead it by 16 points.
Coach Muzzey's only played 6 players in this game, so, these girls are working hard for them not to get anything out offensively. Really emptying the tank.
Kluge gives it now to Turner, and a kicked ball, kicked by Foxcroft. Scoring update from down in Southern Maine. Spruce Mountain, the number 1 seed, leading number 3 Wells 26-14. They're in the third quarter of that one, so they're on par with us. About 5 minutes to go in the third quarter in Augusta. Winners play next Saturday night at the Augusta Civic Center at 7 o'clock in the State Class C championship game. Here's Sear. Hands it off to House. House toes on up from 15 off the back rim, no good. Rebound taken out by Muth of Foxcroft. Muth running the court. Going to go right to the glass, tries to dump it down low, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by House. She tried to go up with a shot, and then all of a sudden House, who's about, 5'11", 6 feet, got her hand up, and she had nowhere to go with it.
She'd be the tallest player on the Ponies if she played for him.
Inbounding on the baseline is Addie Day. Day to Nola Mason, now around to Cook. Cook, they give it to Day. Day in the corner. Dribbles through traffic. Steps up off to Cook. Cook stops, spots for 3, yes.
They need a lot of that. They're down 13 now, but there is hope. You're making shots. You've already made more than you did in that first half.
Foxcroft comes out with some full court pressure. Here's Sear. They didn't want to get into a passing contest or a pressing contest, but they may not have any choice. See if Mattinock's able to break the pressure, which they do, into the front court. Turner gives it off in the corner to Kluge. Bounce pass inside, stolen away by Nola Mason. Mason with a steal. She's one-on-one into the front court. Mason steps through traffic, lost it. The shot by Cook, no good, but she's fouled. That'll send her to the free throw line for 2 shots.
And that's the 3rd foul on Addison Sear.
Now, you just said it was her second. So
it is her second?
Yeah.
Really?
I had 3 too, so it's just her second.
Yeah.
As Cook's first free throw around the rim and off, no good. She'll get 1 more.
I get that. I thought I remember 3.
Oh, yeah. As the second free throw for Cook off the back rim, no good. So she missed them both, and rebound taken off by the Lynx. Ponies pulling up some full court pressure. As out with it, Turner in the corner. Dumps it down low, looking for Sear, knocked away. Dela Cruz goes after it. Ponies dive for the loose ball. It goes out of bounds.
This is just a completely different ball game if the Ponies are shooting 25% and made their free throw shots.
They've missed all 4 free throws they've taken.
Yeah.
Mattinock is 2 of 3, so it has not been a foul shooting fest by any stretch. Megan House gets it down low to Dela Cruz. Now back out. 3-point shot. That one off the rim, no good. Rebound taken out by Cassidy LaBelle. 4 minutes, 28 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Addie Day weaving through traffic off into the corner to Cook. Now around the perimeter they go. Here's Nola Mason. Starts her drive. Pulls up in the lane. Shot back rim, no good. Sear pulls down the rebound for the Mattinock Lynx.
That's the cleanest shot we've seen Nola Mason get in this game so far, and it's coming here in 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Halfway through the third quarter of play, in a 13-point Mattinock lead, and a reach-in foul out front on Maddie Muth. That's her second.
And that's the thing about Maine High School basketball. They can hang outside the three-point line if you don't apply any pressure. There's no shot clock.
I mean, Mattinock doesn't necessarily want to get out of flow, but hey, if Foxcroft's not going to come after you, bring it out, run some time.
They're turning the ball over way too much, and it's allowing opportunity for the Ponies.
Turner to Kluge. Off in the left corner. Lob pass inside. Sear catches, puts it up inside, can't get it to go. Rebound goes out of bounds, stays with Mattinock. One of the tougher looks Sear has had in the game.
She's just so strong. I mean, lower body, upper body, just able to turn like through contact and still get a clean shot off. She's one of the better players in this tournament. And post her up again.
Swinging around the perimeter, Sear goes from block to block.
She's
now stepping out. Nice pass inside. Dela Cruz puts the shot up, can't get it to go. And a foul in the rebounding action.
I mean, Addison Sear is such a good passer. She reminds me, like I'm always saying this because it's the center position. The game style isn't the same, but she can pass like Nikola Jokic. She can like get the ball from the three-point line, turn and face, and be patient with it. Stare somewhere else, get a defender, like kind of like a quarterback staring down to safety, get him to commit, and then throw the other way. She can do all of that as a center.
Day off to Cook. Cook starts her drive, now kicks it out to Day. 3:20 to go in the quarter. It's a 13-point ball game. The Mattanock Lynx with a lead at the free throw line. It's Mason, gives it back to LaBelle. LaBelle goes up with a shot. She's fouled by Sear. So that'll send LaBelle to the free throw line for a couple. If you're Coach House, now you got to make a decision. You got 3:12 to go in the quarter. Do you pull Sear out, who's been just a dominant defensive force, and of course she scores as well, or do you roll with her and see what happens?
Yeah, see, if I thought what I thought and thought she had 4 fouls by now, I probably would have pulled her, but I would be a little relieved knowing she has 3. So you got 3 minutes left. If she gets that 4th, you got to pull her.
You got to pull her.
But
yeah.
you could trust her in this situation.
If you're Foxcroft, you've got to take it right at her now.
Yeah, you have to. And even if you take her out, you got to go at the defense now.
LaBelle makes 1 of 2 at the free throw line.
I like the idea of pressure here.
So a 12-point ball game. Ponies cutting into this. They've cut 4 points off the halftime deficit. As Riley Sear picks up the dribble for the Mattanock Lynx. Hands it off now out front to Megan House. At the free throw line, Dela Cruz. Dela Cruz throws it away. As the ball is thrown away and turned over.
I mean, I'm not counting the turnovers, but I could probably count that on probably 2 hands in this quarter alone. So
the Lynx getting kind of loose with the basketball right now. As Cook for the Ponies gets it inside to Mason. Now brings it off to Muth, to Mason at the free throw line. Drives through, goes around her defender, lays it up a little too hard, and the rebound comes down to Dela Cruz, almost thrown away as she turned. Now Sear picks it up, and a timeout call by Coach Pat House. He's a bit animated now on the bench as he wants to talk it over to his club, because what's happening right now is they're getting kind of lulled into a false sense of security, and the Lynx just not taking care of the basketball.
no, they're not. I don't know if they're doing anything defensively. And the pressure's is picked up a little bit, but the Lynx are so caught up in draining this clock right now that they're just not getting the shot that they want. So, like we said, if you're not going to shoot the wide open shot, you're either going to turn it over or you're just going to drain the clock. It's going to be one of the 3. So, in this case, Pony's doing a great job forcing the turnovers. You just got to capitalize on it. I know we made 1 out of 2 free throws there. Noah Mason had 1 I know she really wants back. I mean, that's 2 points on any other given day for Noah Mason. So, Ponies, they're looking a lot better here in the second half, but there's still room for improvement. And you're only down 12.
Out of the timeout, it's a 12-point ball game, 2:27 to play in the third quarter. As the Lynx in the front court with it, Juliana Kluke gets it up top. There's a swing pass to the corner now. Into Sear. Sear takes 1 power dribble, tries to get rid of the basketball, throws it across the lane to Megan House. House goes up with a shot. It's no good. It's knocked out of bounds off Mattanock.
Great defensive possession by the Ponies. Might have got away with a foul there, but when you're as tall as Addison Sear, I sometimes feel like the refs cut you a little less slack. They expect you to be able to make certain moves with contact.
Because she is being contacted a lot on the floor. As it goes down inside to Nola Mason. Mason tries to get around traffic. Ball loose, now stolen away. As Mason's having as now a foul on Nola Mason. She reached in. Mason's just having a hard time right now finding anything on the offensive end. Even though they've gone to the zone, they're still keying on her. They're doubling her everywhere she goes.
Yep. I'd like to see her get open, maybe outside the 3-point line. I know you usually want to go inside out, but we haven't seen her taking a 3. We know she's a good 3-point shooter. If we can get her screened, off ball, get her open, might be a boost of momentum.
Megan House with 1:45 to go here in the third quarter. Lynx have only scored 2 points this quarter, so
that's shocking.
It's a pass down inside. Dela Cruz, shot blocked away. And it goes out of bounds. So it's not turned over. It'll be Mattanock ball underneath their own basket. Megan House inbounds for the Lynx. Into Sear along the baseline. House tries to get big as he'd like to feed it in the post. Sear gets it back, goes up with a shot. It's no good. Gets her own rebound, goes up with a shot, gets it to go. So Megan House with a tough shot. She's got 9 points now for the Lynx.
Man, great defensive possession. You just can't box out to finish it.
Here's Nola Mason through traffic, floats it up, off the glass and in.
Use that backboard, Noah.
That's her first basket of the game.
Nice touch, too.
26-14.
The Lynx scored 2 points. They've only scored 4 this quarter. Ooh.
The pass inside is thrown away. It was thrown right to Addie Day as Day with a steal. Day into front court now. She lost it as House waits for traffic to go by, and she'll walk it into the front court.
Oh, man, I thought that was an ACL injury right there, the way her knee folded.
43 seconds to play here in the third quarter. She gets up and doesn't seem to be any worse for the wear. House with it, guarded by Day. Now gives it out to Sear for three, and she sticks it. So Addison Sear hits the three, and a timeout called by Madanaucook. So Pat House snaps a quick timeout with 26 seconds to go in the quarter. Wants to set up defensively. I wonder if they'll go back to the box and one.
Yeah, you could. I think they might have to. I mean, you look at what was in the what happened in the first half. 4 total points. They've scored 10 here in the third quarter alone, and you haven't ran any of the box and one defense. And we talked about how much problems the Ponies had trying to break that. So yeah, I like that idea, Toby. Go to that box and one and see if you can put the nail in the coffin here.
I mean, at this point, they came out with a zone defense, which is fine. Now Foxcroft's used to that. Now snap back to another defense and see what happens. What do I know?
You know a lot.
Wow. Let's see what happens. Madanaucook, see what they do as they come back defensively. They will fall back into, looks like they're staying where they were. Yeah, they are going to.
Yeah.
As Day brings it down, 23 seconds to work with here in the third quarter. Day brings it top of the key, gives it off to Muth. Back to Day. Day starts her drive, now with Cook. Cook back to Muth with 11. They still have plenty of time. Muth drives in, throws it up, shot no good. Rebound goes out of bounds. Madanaucook ball as Muth knocked it out. So Lynx ball with 4.6 seconds to play here in the quarter.
I know it's working right now. I'm just confused why the Lynx are in a 3-2 as opposed to box and one like you were talking about. The Ponies right now, if they could dribble to either wing, they have an option to pass to the corner and have a wide open shooter. You just got to get shots up.
Megan House throws it up from midcourt, and that's going to end the third quarter of play here at the Cross Insurance Center. Ponies made up 1 point in that quarter, fought hard, but made up 1 point. And we go to the fourth quarter, a 15-point ball game. After three, Madanaucook 29, Foxcroft 14. Back with fourth quarter action after this on Eastern Maine Sports.
And softball training facility has the perfect gift for the budding all-star on your holiday shopping list. Give the gift of training. Sluggers offers both group and one-on-one lessons for all levels. Give the gift of experience. From batting cages to advanced technology, Sluggers is the perfect place to get practice and improve skills. Give the gift of competition. Joining a travel team at Sluggers is a great way to learn and grow with new friends. You're sure to hit it out of the park when you give the gift of Sluggers.
Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Back at the Cross Insurance Center, Toby Nelson, Logan Martin, our producer Mark Calnan. This is our final broadcast, our duo final broadcast. One more game to go. That's the boys matchup with Chris Lesnar and Rich Rotella. But it's been a good tournament of basketball here at the Cross Insurance Center. Fourth quarter, Madanaucook with the lead in the basketball. Ball kicked by Nola Mason, and it goes back to the Lynx. So 12 seconds run off the clock, and the Lynx will have it on the baseline, leading by 15 as we start the fourth quarter of play. Ponies are going to have to take a lot of chances now on the defensive side of things.
They are. I'd like to see them go back to getting as much shots up as we saw in the first quarter. I mean, you're not making them, but you got to shoot them. You're down 15.
Three-point shot, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds. It goes off Madanaucook. Tell you what, the Lynx have had to work for a lot of stuff tonight.
They really have, and that says a lot about the Foxcroft Academy defense. Unfortunately, the dark cloud over this team has been the offense.
The offense, right. The defense has been there tonight. You give up 29 to Madanaucook. That's well below their regular season output of 60-plus points per game. Nola Mason off to LaBelle. Ball loose in the paint as Mason tries to drive through. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to be jumped up. Possession arrow favors Foxcroft Academy. So, again, Mason trying to go around, and you got 6'1" Sear just waiting for you right there.
And especially with the long reach steps she takes to get around her defender. When she has to get that low with that step, it creates more of an advantage for Sear to block.
Such great body control, too. Shot missed as Dela Cruz with a rebound, and she's fouled. Reach-in foul on Foxcroft. Ponies have to go with some pressure now.
Yeah, I mean, if this is a 22-29 ball game right now, you're probably just talking about how great the Ponies are playing defense, but it's 14-29, so the conversation is we got to make some shots. We got to start shooting it. So
that was Mason's 4th foul.
Wow.
There's a whistle out front, a hold against Foxcroft. 7:05 to play here in the 4th quarter from the Cross Center. Cassidy LaBelle picks up a foul. As the inbounds pass comes into Sear in the paint, Sear gives it up. Off to Kluke. Kluke drives baseline, floats it up along the baseline. No good. Dela Cruz with a rebound. Has a ball ripped away by Muth, but she fell down with it. Called for the travel. So it's turned over. Ball goes back here, and a timeout called by Coach Tyler Muzzy with 6:58 to play here in the 4th quarter. So he'll take the timeout. Nobody has scored yet in the 4th quarter. It's 29-14. That's where we were when we started the 4th quarter. That's where we are right now with 6:58 to play. Don't forget, we'll award our Pine State Nutrition Player of the Game in the post-game show. That Pine State Nutrition Player of the Game will get a gift card from Pine State Nutrition here in Bangor. They've been with us all tournament long, been with us all regular season long as well. So we appreciate all the sponsorship that we've had here with everybody that has worked so hard.
I got a couple questions for you. I got a couple questions for you. If you could choose, would you have a shot clock in Maine high school basketball?
Probably.
I would too.
You know, I think because right now, if you're mad enough, you literally can just hold the basketball and win the game.
Right, and there's so many other situations where teams can just do that.
Yeah. Players of the day winners we've had: Grayson Harkins from Shedd, Mason Pelletier from Easton, Kaylee Bagley from Ellsworth, Loretta Richardson from Machias, Liam O'Connor from Machias, Emily McNally from Katahdin, Aubrey Wood from Machias, Mickey Fitzsimmons from Machias. I guess Eastern Maine Sports has a huge following in Machias. And Brady Atwater from Gardner. Those are the players of the day. So, and that was voted on by the fans. That was a fan poll. Wow. So a lot of Machias. Bulldogs are big on Eastern Maine Sports.
We appreciate the support, Machias. Shout out Machias.
Pass inside, Dela Cruz turns, puts it off the glass and in. So Chloe Dela Cruz with the bucket, her first points of the game. They isolated it inside, makes it 31-14. Here's Cook down inside Mason as we get a player control foul on Mason, and that's going to be her 5th foul.
I don't know if you call that. Yeah. That's a tough one to foul out on, I'll tell you that right now, especially when you got Addison Sear guarding you.
So Mason will foul out, scoring 2 points. Just kind of is a frustrating night for Nola in the sense she just had a hard time getting the basketball in the box and won, and she fouls out with 6:36 to play here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, it can be emotional as well because you know how much she means to this team, and for her to foul out and the season ends like this for her, that's very tough, but she has to realize the great she's done this season.
17 wins for this team, and still 6:23 to go. Down the lane, it's House. She catches, lays it up and in. There's House with the layup. She's into double figures now with 11, so the senior having a big regional championship.
I love her game, man. She's so smooth. If she makes her shots, she's really good.
Pass up top. Payson Hall gives it off on the near side now to Day, 33-14. This is the largest lead for the Mattinock Lynx. Yeah. As the ball kicked by Mattinock by Dela Cruz, and it goes out of bounds.
So Coach Muzzy right now, you gotta let your team know Nola's not in. She's not. You don't have someone who can create it off their dribble like that. So you gotta get screens going. You gotta get people open off the ball and start shooting. Shoot. It's a 19-point game with 5 minutes 56 seconds.
Smooth off to LaBelle, back to LaBelle. As her shot blocked, and is she fouled? I don't know if it's going to be House or Sear. It is House. So 2 shots here for Mattinock, for Foxcroft Academy. First free throw for LaBelle is good.
How many does Addison have now?
Addison Sear. Fouls, you mean?
Yes.
3, right?
Just 3. 3 fouls, Rich, on Addison Sear? 3, yep.
Second one is good. 2 of 2 at the free throw line. As a pass comes into Dela Cruz, stolen by LaBelle. Gives it off to Day.
Give and go. Good backdoor cut right there by LaBelle.
Here's Muth for Foxcroft. and hands it back off to Day. Day kicks it out to Hall. Around the perimeter they go to Cook. Cook to LaBelle. Fakes on the three-point shot. Down the lane it's Muth. Muth to Day. Day gives it back to Muth. Muth on the drive. Dela Cruz steps in. Ball tipped away.
Got to get a shot up.
Day gives it back to Cook. Down to 5:19 to go, and a reach-in foul going on the Mattinock Lynx. That go on House again. That's her second. 33-16, 17-point ball game. 5:16 to go. And what do we get, a technical foul?
No.
Or a warning? It's just a warning, I think. There must have been a warning on the Foxcroft bench. So a warning on the bench. Next one would be a technical foul. On the baseline, LaBelle puts the shot up. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Sear.
I respect the ref for that. You know, let him jaw a little bit, understand he's frustrated.
Yep.
Just hear it for a little bit, call warning, let him know where he stands. Let him play on. See, I've heard you chew out.
But I never got a technical.
No, you never did.
Here's near side to Turner.
It was coming.
Down the lane, the shot's good, but they'll wave it off. You got to know when to shut it off. You're exactly right. So,
and you knew how to.
The ball goes out. It's going to be a foul on Foxcroft, as it'll be inbounded by Mattinock. Addie Day call for the foul. 4:44 to go in this one. 33-16. Down inside the House. Kick out pass now Turner. Turner top of the key for the Mattinock Lynx in the home white uniforms. House gets called for the carry as she rested it on her palm and then took off with it. Ball turned back over as Foxcroft has it with 4:33 to play. 33-16. So this might be the lowest point output for Mattinock all year by far. 41 against Dexter and 43 against Dexter. Three-point shot is good. Cassidy LaBelle sticks a three. Cuts it down to 14.
She's flipped the switch here in the fourth quarter.
As in the front court now, it's Sear. Mattinock can't get loose with the basketball. You got a 14-point lead. The Ponies' biggest scoring threats on the bench fouled out. They got to take care of the basketball. Inside to Addison Sear, and she's held. Reach-in foul on the Ponies on Muth. That might be the fifth. If that is, it sends Sear to the free throw line. The fifth on the team, not the fifth on Muth.
You know, Mattinock has been very loose with the basketball, and fortunate that Foxcroft Academy isn't getting it to fall. Is that the first three-pointer of the game?
That is, yep. Second. No, Allie Cook hit one earlier.
Right.
Sear's first free throw is good. 14 points for Sear.
Yeah, she had 10 points and 11 rebounds at halftime, so.
Second one is good. 2 of 2. Makes them both. Mattinock now back on top 35-19, so it's a 16-point ball game with 3:50 to play. Muth drives the lane, goes up with a shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Mattinock, tipped away by Cook, and can't save it in. It goes out of bounds. So it'll be turned over. Back to the Lynx.
Great hustle there by Allie Cook. You know, it's a 16-point game with 3 minutes left, and the players are showing how much they care about.
So a 16-point game with 3:40 left. Yeah, Ponies have not quit this one. They've worked hard.
They have. Since the opening tip, I mean, I remember, opening tip, Noah Mason was going to dive on that ball going out of bounds.
Foxcroft Ponies playing in their 4th regional championship game in history. Down the lane, the runner by House. That one's good. Mattinock was in this game last year and lost. They're in this game this year and have a chance to win it with 3:13 to play. Muth off to LaBelle now for the Ponies. From way downtown, that's off the back rim, no good. Muth gets the rebound. Muth in the paint, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound comes down to Mattinock. Up ahead of the pack, it goes to House. Nobody back. House gathers, lays it in.
And that's the benefit of having Addison Sear underneath the hoop to rebound. You also have other tall players. It allows your tall guard, your ball handler, to leak out and just get open in transition. We've seen it probably 6 or 8 points this game off that.
39-19. Here's Day off in the corner to Hall. Back out, Cook for 3, swish. So Allie Cook hits the 3. 39-22. Here's House. Gives it off to Kluke. Kluke along the baseline, inside, Sear. Good move by Sear off the glass, can't get it to go. As she faked to the baseline, turned back to the lane and missed. Rebound pulled off by Foxcroft. Ponies with Muth, now Hall up top, LaBelle, back right corner, it goes to Cook. LaBelle in the lane, quickly double team, splits through traffic and traveled. So it's turned over. Back in the game for Mattinock, Riley Sear. She'll check in.
I think Foxcroft Academy knew coming into this game they're going to have to shoot the ball really well, play a near perfect game. It's been anything but perfect for them. You know, defensively, I've been very impressed, and just offensively, they're going to be thinking about this for a little bit.
Inside to House, off the glass and in. So they go Sear to House. House with 17 in this one. Sear with the assist, and it's back up to a 19-point game with 1:40 to play. So playing out the string here tonight. Cook comes up for 3, short, and it goes out of bounds, turned over. As a timeout called by Foxcroft Academy.
Yeah.
Coach Tyler Muzzy will get Lydia Muth in the game. She's a senior, so giving her a chance to get on the tournament floor here for her last time.
What's the score of the Wells game with Spruce Mountain?
We'll get that in just a second. I got my crack research staff on it.
I think they were winning 36 Spruce Mountain, 36-24 when you said last.
Sounds like,
You know, if they have a chance to watch this game, you know, you're looking at how dominant Mattinock is down low, offensively and defensively. When they stick Addison Sear down within the 3-point line, that's when they're at their best. But if you don't match up well with the size Mattinock has, sometimes you just have to shoot the ball really well, and you just got to come up with a great game plan on how you're going to get your best shooters open looks. You know, we saw in the first half there were open looks, just couldn't hit them, and then the second half they were a little less open and we're a little more timid to shoot it. So
second quarter was the downfall for the Ponies, a 16-2 quarter in favor of Mattinock. And Foxcroft could just never get back into the ball game from there. 41-22 with 1:33 to play. Following this one, Foxcroft Academy will get Foxcroft and Mattinock both getting championship plaques and runner-up plaques. Spruce Mountain with a lead, 40-21 with 5:50.
Wow.
So they're about on par with this one with 5 minutes to go.
Yep. Wow, almost identical score.
Exactly.
Yeah, 2 points off.
I'll tell you what, you ask Mark Callan to get something done, he gets it done. Hey, Mark, why don't you pay me?
Now.
I'm just kidding. This has been a blast this week working on Eastern
I
Maine
can do this for free, man.
Yeah,
you kidding me?
Yeah, don't tell him you'll work for free.
Is this earpiece sounds you listen to?
Minute 5 to go. Sear up top with it for the Mattinock Lynx. Had a great week of tournament basketball. One more game to go is Rich Rotella and Chris Leshner will bring you the Caribou Fort Kent boys coming up next. Sear with it up top. Gives it out top now to Kluke. Is Mattinock really not looking to score?
Yeah, I don't want to say it, but you probably shouldn't foul in this situation either. You know, it's 40 seconds left, down 19. You played hard defense. Offensively, it didn't click, but
gave up 41 points, and that matches Mattinock's season low in their first game of the year. They scored 41. That was a win against Dexter.
This Lynx team is very, very good. They're undefeated for a reason. We saw it here today, and they're going to be hard to knock off in the state championship game. They're very balanced. They're tall from their guards to their forwards, and their two best players happen to be their ball handler and their best post player. So they have the team. They have what it takes to win a state championship.
Sear holding it on to it, gives it out to Kluke. Mattinock fans coming to their feet, and why not? For the first ever time, the Mattinock Academy Lynx can call themselves regional champions. A 41-22 win over the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. So the Lynx will take home the Class C hardware this year. Just a tough day here for Foxcroft Academy. Never could really get it going. And that's how it ends for the Ponies tonight.
Madanalcook traveled well, I would say. This is probably the most packed I've seen from a fan base from the 2 games I got to call.
We'll get the announcements in just a second. Run through the final numbers quickly. House with 17, 15 for Sear. Who's going to be our player of the game, Maya? Who do you want to go with for our player of the game?
I want to go with Megan House.
Megan House will be the player of the game as she will pick it up with 17 points. 15 for Sear, 4 for Riley Sear, 3 for Kluge, 2 for Dela Cruz. Their total of 41 for Foxcroft. Cook with 8. Muth with 6, LaBelle with 5, Mason with 2. Those are the final numbers for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies, and that's how this one ends for Foxcroft. So actually, excuse me, 5, 6 for LaBelle. LaBelle had 6,
yep.
Just in case you're taking a look at that. But the Ponies, regional runner-up. Can't take that away from them.
No, you can't. And you mentioned they have not won a regional final game in FA history. And you look at the recent teams that Foxcroft Academy has had on the girls' side. This is a step in the right direction. I know they went from Class B down to Class C, but for them to get to this game in this position, I think it's safe to say they probably wouldn't have expected that at the start of the year. So for them to get here is something to hold their head high about. Obviously, they didn't get the win. But at the end of the day, you did everything you could. The shots didn't fall, and you played really good defense. You mentioned it. Matt Nalcook hasn't scored that little of points since first game.
So they did well on the defensive side. The offense just didn't flow for them, and that's how this one ends. We're going to send it over to the table, but don't want to forget, coming back after that, the boys' game. Chris and Rich will bring you that one. Logan, it's been fun.
It's been a great time, man. Great week. I'm honored to do this with you. It's been a great.
We'll do it again next year.
Yes, sir.
Here at the Cross Insurance Center. We'll send it over to Bob Beetham at the public address announce table, and we'll get the awarding of the championship trophies. Have a great evening, everybody. Game 2 coming up next.
We really got to wait a whole year.
Rick Sinclair, Athletic Administrator at High School. Joe Breeze, Career and Technical Education Director at Prescott High School. And Larry Murphy, Retired Administrator at Fort Kent Community High School.
Great job,
boys. Representing
Thanks for coming. Great to meet you. I'm sure we'll work together soon. What's that? I'm sure we'll work together soon.
Yes, sir. Hopefully next year. We're in the spring. Hopefully I'll see you again.
To begin the awards presentations, I would ask head coach Paula Mozzie and assistant coaches Josh Kimball and Liza Muth from Foxcroft Academy to please come forward and present the individual runner-up awards.
Thank you, Rich.
Take care, bud.
It's nice meeting you.
Freshman Ella Annis. Freshman Addie Rayfield. Sophomore Allie Queen. Sophomore Sophie Day. Sophomore Maddie Hughes.
This comes over often for me.
Sophomore Ella Mason. Junior Jasmine Paul.
Yep.
Junior Sabrina Douglas. Junior Allie Cook. Junior Captain Mason Hall. And senior Lydia Yu. Senior Cassidy LaBelle. And senior captain Annie Day. At this time, we'd ask the coaches and captains of Foxcroft Academy to please come forward. On behalf of Maine Principals Association and Hammond Lumber Company, it is our pleasure to present the runner-up plaque for the 2026 Maine Class C North Girls Regional Basketball Championships to the Ponies of Foxcroft 2026 Maine Class C North Region Basketball Champions of Mount Auburn Academy. Freshman Hope Gray. Freshman Ariana Michaels. Freshman Ronnie Sear. Sophomore Kevin Cruz. Sophomore Vanessa Morse. Sophomore Tiana Rich. Junior Natalie Turner. Junior Lily Noonan. Junior Riley Irish. Junior Jesse Kimball. Senior Captain Juliana Cookie. Senior Captain Emma Hyatt. Senior Captain Chloe De La Cruz. Senior Captain Addison Sear. And Senior Captain Megan House. At this time, we'd ask the coaches and captains to please step forward. On behalf of the Maine Principals Association and Hammond Lumber Company, it is our pleasure to present the championship plaque for the 2026 Maine Class C Girls Girls Congratulations! Enjoy celebrating the regional championship. Best of luck at the 2026 Maine State Basketball Championship game next Saturday night at 7:05 p.m. at the Augusta Civic Center. The Maine Principals Association, Hammond Lumber Company, and the Maine Bureau of Highway Safety remind you that to celebrate our achievements, you must have gone safely. Don't drive distracted and always buckle up.
His other girlfriend's gonna get punched in the fucking face. I was just sitting there, and even Stacy, she looked and she was like that. She goes, well, she looked at me. She goes, I'd appreciate it if you didn't get in my way. I go, I'm in your way. She goes, no. And I go, well, if I'm in your way, then you need to let me know. If I'm not, then you don't need to say anything. She goes, oh, I'll let you know.
Who?
Gabe's little fucking girlfriend. She and I are gonna have a problem.
Sweatshirts, jackets, hats, baby clothes, and much more. Get your Eastern Maine sports merch at www.bonfire.com/store/eastern-maine-sports or at easternmainsports.com. Wide selection of items available with more being added frequently.
Are you looking for the perfect house? Well, look no further than Next Home Experience Realtor, Jamie Gilbert. Jamie covers the greater Bangor area all the way up to Greenville. She offers superior personal service before, during, and after your transaction. So if you are in the greater Bangor area and you see Luke the next home dog on a lawn, make sure to call Next Home Experience Realtor Jamie Gilbert. Give her a call at 207-343-1215 and get started on finding your dream home today.
And softball training facility has the perfect gift for the budding all-star on your holiday shopping list. Give the gift of training. Sluggers offers both group and one-on-one lessons for all levels. Give the gift of experience. From batting cages to advanced technology, Sluggers is the perfect place to get practice and improve skills. Give the gift of competition. Joining a travel team at Sluggers is a great way to learn and grow with new friends. You're sure to hit it out of the park when you give the gift of Sluggers.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Ral's Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Ral's Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Ral's Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays, showcasing innovative trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
Get hydrated and energized and feel fantastic at Pine State Nutrition. Whether you're an athlete, a workaholic, or a parent on the go, we have something for everyone. Get your tea or shake filled with healthy energy, hydration, immunity, protein, and so much more. Healthy starts here at Pine State Nutrition on Broadway in Bangor.
Bring the family to Angler's Restaurant, where Maine classics like fried clams, haddock, and lobster are served with a smile. Join us for lunch or dinner, or order ahead to go. See our full menu at anglersseafoodrestaurant.com, your hometown seafood spot. Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection to modular home and communications equipment. Call 977-BEAR today.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tourney 2026. We are coming upon the last game of the evening. I'm Rich Rotella, alongside my co-host, Chris Lesnar, and our producer, Mark Callan. Chris, we're in for a good one tonight. The number 1, Caribou Vikings, and the number 3, Fort Kent Warriors.
Yeah, this should be good. It's a matchup that a lot of people have talked about in the last couple days, and yeah, this should be fantastic. Great players on both sides.
The Caribou Vikings are the defending champions from Class B, their first year down in Class C. The Fort Kent Warriors made it to the regional finals last in 2023. They are looking for their first regional championship, thus looking for their first gold ball. We're getting ready to see the start of what is expected to be a high-scoring game. Why don't we highlight some of the key players for tonight's game, Chris? First, for the Caribou Vikings.
Well, this tournament has been Owen Corrigan. He's averaging 23 points a game in this regional. But they got many other pieces that can do things for them. Landon Belanger, Carter St. Pierre, Carson Richards. You go down the list, Chandler St. Peter. Colby Olat had a big game on the boards the other night in the win over Washington Academy. They can do it in a lot of different ways.
And for the Fort Kent Warriors.
Yeah, Aiden Jeffers has been a player that if you've never seen play, you should get a chance to see him play because he's an unbelievable talent. 30 points a game in this tournament.
And with that, we'd like to thank all of the athletes for a tremendous week and a half, starting with Class S last Tuesday and finishing up here tonight. Let's go over some of the winners of the Sports Arena gift cards. Thank you for Sports Arena for being one of our proud sponsors. On February 10th, it was Grayson Harkins of Shed. On February 12th, it was Mason Pelletier of Easton. On February 13th, it was Kaylee Bagley of Ellsworth. And on February 14th, it was Loretta Richardson of Machias. On February 16th, it was Liam O'Connor of Machias. On February 17th, Emily McNally of Katahdin. On February 18th, it was Aubrey Wood of Machias. On February 19th, the fourth Machias person, it was Mickey Fitzsimmons this time. And from last night, or yesterday, it was Brady Atwater of Gardner. Who will it be today?
Yeah, those were all player of the days, correct?
Those were all players of the days,
yep.
Yes.
Yeah, so 4 Machias Bulldogs, and we saw their boys team win a regional championship earlier today. Seen some good action here at the Cross Insurance Center today. Wisdom Girls won the Class S Girls Championship, the regional championship this morning. Then the Easton boys did the same. That's the way we kicked off the day this morning. And then, once we get past this game, we're going to have state finals next weekend. We won't have audio broadcasts, but we will be here in Bangor, and at least Mark and me probably will be in Augusta next Saturday for Class S, D, and C down there, state championships.
Yeah, I'll be joining you guys Friday night here in Bangor for the Class B championships. And yeah, as Chris mentioned, the Wisdom Pioneers were led today by Ava Lerman. She was our player of the game with 21 points. A player that we've seen grow up on the court here as an 8th grader, playing with the likes of Lily Roy.
That keep getting dynamic players that keep going to Husson. So definitely not a lack of talent with the Eagles, that's for sure.
Definitely not. And then, as you mentioned, the Easton Bears, and what a fight it was. Jonesport Beal reached out to an 11-point lead in the first quarter. Easton fought back to tie it up. Jonesport Beals took a 9-point lead. Easton threw the next punch, and they did not let up, led by player of the game, Raiden Cochran, and 16 points.
Yeah, that was, I believe it was, I think I had it down as a 37 or 38-14 run that ended that game after Jonesport had that lead in the third quarter. So great job by the Easton Bears to get the regional championship, and they're on, I think, for the first time in 10 years to a state championship game.
Yeah, you're right. It was their last regional championship was in 2016. Their last gold ball, 1965. The teams are getting ready to take the court here, but let's go over to the afternoon session where the defending Class C champion PBH Howlers took the girls Class D in a victory over the Machias Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing is PBHS won the state championship last year in Class C, and now they capture a regional championship in Class D. So they'll be going for 2 in a row in 2 different classes as far as gold balls go next Saturday in Augusta.
Player of the game was Brooklyn Raymond, and she had 19 points. Then that took us over to the last game of the afternoon session in a battle between the number 1 Machias Bulldogs and the number 2 Madawaska Owls, who made an extremely late comeback and just ran out of time as Machias was able to hold on 61-57.
Yeah, Machias, I think I had down there was 3 or 4 different guys in the second half that had a combined 27 points for them. Great effort by Quinn Pelletier and the Madawaska Owls to come back. Make it close, somewhat close in the second half. I think he had 20 out of his 28, I think, in the second half today. And just wasn't enough, but gotta like that Machias team. They got stars up and down the lineup. Same goes for Madawaska, though, how they had played in this regional. Unfortunately, somebody had to lose, and Machias came out on top.
Yeah, now player of the game was Mickey Fitzsimmons with 20 points. Landon Barrett threw up a double-double for the Bulldogs. And then the game that just ended here with their first Northern Maine championship. Congratulations to Coach Pat House and the Madanock Academy Lynx. They were successful over the Foxcroft Academy Ponies, 41-22.
Yeah, 21-0 now for Madanock, winning their first regional championship, and really it was about the defense of Madanock today or tonight. Foxcroft just wasn't able to shoot the ball well enough, wasn't able to put up enough points to stay in the game, and Madanock pulled away for a 19-point win.
Yeah, Nola Mason was held to 2 points for Madanock. They were led by Megan House, who was the player of the game with 17 points, and Hudson Commit Addison Sayre with a massive double-double, 15 points and 13 rebounds.
So now with the teams on the floor, we get ready for Fort Kent and Caribou, a battle of the county, and stars on each side. I talked about what Fort Kent does with Aiden Jeffers, but Tobias Naranja as well. You look up and down their lineup, they got some guys that can definitely be some role players for them, and they're going to have to tonight because Caribou can do it. They go 8 or 9 deep, and they're going to need, Fort Kent's going to need key contributions from their starters and some guys off the bench to stay in this game tonight.
These two teams met twice this year. First on January 8th at Caribou, with the Vikings coming out on top 60-51, and then later on the 22nd of January at Fort Kent, Caribou by 4, 70-66. So Fort Kent clawed back in. Let's see what they can do here in this third and final matchup of their season.
Yeah, should be good. It's talking to some other people in the media here around today here at the Cross Insurance Center, and this was one of the games that was the talk of the day around here. So definitely looking forward to it. Caribou, kind of been in this situation before, battling for a state championship in Class B. Now they're in C. But Coach Kyle Corrigan does a great job. They have a good feeder program at Caribou, and you'll be definitely seeing more of the Vikings down the road too.
And that's a great point. Another Class B champion fighting for a Class C regional crown. We'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with Rowell's Garage, Herring Brothers, Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union, Governors, Anglers, Sports Arena, Sluggers, Starboard Company Events, Gordon Contracting, Jamie Gilbert Next Home Experience, Newport Glass, Hammond Lumber, Black Bear Crane, Roundy's Paving, Pine State Nutrition, Hometown Nutrition, Dirigo Nutrition, and Barney Chevrolet for helping us bring all the action from Tourney 26. Chris, the fans are still piling in. This may be the largest session of the tournament held here. We've got the Caribou Band in attendance tonight. We've had some great national anthem performances today during the tournament as well, Chris. We've had a couple singers.
Yep.
Some bands.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been really good, and we get through this regional championship after tonight is over, no more regional games, and then we're on to state championship games next weekend, which is always a lot of fun. Class B again here in Bangor next Friday night, and then on Saturday will be Class S, Class D, and Class C down at the Augusta Civic Center.
And Class A will be held in Portland. And
yep.
we have Hampton Academy from up this way playing in a
regional
championship tonight
against Chevrolet. I think Chevrolet would be the heavy favorite in that game, but again, that's it's just a one-game thing. You never know in a one-game situation, and Hamden did a great job to get to that situation and be playing for a regional championship.
Congratulations to the Bronco girls for making it this far so far. We're about 8 minutes.
You know, that's weird now that I say that. I could have swore I saw that. Didn't they win the regional championship?
Well,
I thought I read that.
Let's double check.
You better double check. I thought I said they were Class A North champions, but maybe not.
No, they did. They won last night. They beat the Mount Ararat girls 33-26 in a game that was played at 5 o'clock last night.
Okay. And was that do you know if that was the regional championship, or because I thought I read that they were playing Chevrolet today or something.
Wow,
maybe I'm wrong.
That would be something to be playing on back-to-back days.
No, Chevrolet was playing in South Portland. That's what it was.
That's the other part. And
okay,
Chevrolet did win.
Okay, so maybe I read that it will be Hamden and Chevrolet maybe in the state title game.
That's what we're looking at.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense now. I started to second guess myself. I was like, I thought I read last night that Hamden won the regional championship. So I guess I wasn't. I saw that right and read that right.
And last night the Camden boys beat the Brunswick boys, and they're going to face the winner of a game that is currently in progress, and that is Portland and Chevrolet. Currently 24-22 Portland with 3:25 left in the
Imagine
third.
that, a regional final, number 6 against number 5 in a regional final game. That's Class A South. Some of the top seeds were knocked out early out of that tournament, actually.
3 of the 4 top seeds were gone on day number 1.
Yep. So that's pretty interesting there. Number 6 against number 5 in a regional championship game. Don't see that too often.
No, and Chris, the players are still shooting around. It's 6:52. The Vikings look loose. They have the warm-ups off. Fort Kent still having their warm-ups on. And we're getting closer to the tip-off tonight for this last regional championship contest. Caribou's both the cheerleaders.
Yeah, looking forward to this. As far as points per game, the teams are pretty even. Fort Kent 72.5 points per game in this tournament. Caribou 71.5. Go over the results, both teams so far here in the regionals. Caribou opened up with a 73-47 quarterfinal win over Calais. Owen Corrigan had 26 in that one. Then they beat Washington Academy 70-55. Corrigan had 30 points in that game. And for Fort Kent, they beat Sumner in their opening game 75-45 in the quarterfinals. Jeffers had 37 points in that game. And then they beat Matanocook Academy in a great game in the semifinal 70-61. So knocked off the defending North champions. And Jeffers put up 23 in that one. And another player we haven't talked about that we should, that I totally spaced on, is Mason Pelletier, who's having a great tournament here for Fort Kent. He had 20 in their semifinal win over Matanocook. So,
and not to be confused with Mason Pelletier of Easton.
Yes,
a lot of great Pelletiers.
Okay, maybe either one have been playing pretty good basketball. So, I think the other Mason Pelletier from Easton had been averaging somewhere around 34 or 36 points in the regional. I don't know how many he had today. I don't remember now, but he was having a great regional. What did he end up with today?
He ended up with 11.
11 today.
Listen to this. Jonesport Beals held him to 3 points in the first half, but with the defense of Nathaniel Johnson And really, he put up the majority of his points right there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that was a good game plan by Jones Sport Beals. They got off to a good start, but again, Easton was able to make a second half run there in the third quarter and then in the fourth quarter to pick up that win.
Chris, a stat that I like to look at, especially when we get close to the tournament, are two-possession games, whether you've won them or lost them. Fort Kent has played in 6 of those. Caribou has played in 5. So not as many blowouts as some of the teams that we saw earlier in Class S and Class D.
Yeah, good point there, Rich. And again, both these teams have some great players up and down the lineup, so should be good. And again, Fort Kent's going to need some more key contributions off the bench. Who goes 8 or 9 deep. So.
Yeah, and the experience that they gained last year for Fort Kent should help today, but the extreme experience of the Vikings hoisting that trophy is going to be an added little advantage and a 6th man to say.
Yes. Yeah. And something I wanted to mention too with PBHS winning today, Jason Coleman, now the athletic director at UMaine Fort Kent, told me that Lila Cummings from PBHS, the state championship game next week, will be her 20th either regional or state game. Her 20th regional or state game combined in her career at PBHS.
In all sports.
In all sports, yep.
Yeah, they've been the soccer champions. They've been the softball champions. They've got basketball. It'll be interesting to see if they can bring home yet another gold ball in basketball. We were able to get an extended pregame show today due to the massive amount of interviews Mark had to go get with Matt and Cook. But Chris, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody about those exciting sponsors who've helped out with our Player of the Game gift cards.
Yeah, exciting news on that. Pine State Nutrition, Derigo Nutrition, and Hometown Nutrition will be the Player of the Game sponsor, and all the players from the tournament at Bangor will get a gift card from one of those 3 sponsors. Sports Arena will be the Player of the Day sponsor, so each player from the game winners will be put up for a vote for Player of the Day, and the winner will receive a gift card courtesy of the Sports Arena.
And all of the athletes have been so appreciative of all the awards. They've all posed for photos. They've all given us some interview time. The coaches have been great. The officials on the court have been great. The hospitality here at the Cross Insurance Center. Can't thank everybody enough for what they've done for all the local high schools and Tourney 2026. We're down to about 1 minute and 27 seconds before we start the announcements. Rich Ezzy from Presque Isle is on the final call tonight. This game is sure to be a barn burner, where it's the Fort Kent Warriors versus the Caribou Vikings in the third and final matchup between these teams this year. Chris, I want to go over a little something. You had mentioned the averages for the postseason. During the regular season, Fort Kent scored 64 points per game, Caribou 68, and Fort Kent gave up 56 points, Caribou gave up 52. So they're pretty close to their averages scoring points, but the defense has really stepped up this postseason.
Yeah, done a nice job there, and I think Caribou obviously wants to try to take away Aiden Jeffers. That's easier said than done. 30 points a game for Jeffers. Again, if you can try to limit him somewhat, you know, that's probably what they want to do. You're not going to shut him down totally. But again, some of these role players too on Fort Kent are going to have to step up, because as I keep saying, Caribou goes 8 or 9 deep, and all 8 or 9 of those guys can score. So.
And it's in these games here where the top players rise. Let's see if that holds true. We're going to bring you to the PA system for the announcement of the rosters and the officials.
Good evening and welcome to the Cross Insurance Center for the 2026 Maine Principal Association State Basketball Kent Community High School. And the number 1 seed with a record of 17-3, the Vikings from Carroll High School. Let's meet the participants in this regional championship matchup. First, the visiting team, the Fort Kent Warriors. Service serves at junior number 4, Samuel Johnson. The junior number 5, Dominic Sear. The senior number 13, Gavin Sear. The sophomore number 14, Kyle Perry. The junior number 15, Jaden Jeffers. The senior number 20, Gregory Willett. The senior number 24, Nathan Castongi. And a senior number 40, Benjamin Albert. The managers of Fort Kent are Lee Harler and Noah Parks. Assistant coaches Dominic Rosignol and John Aranda. And the head coach of the Warriors is Chad Sear. And now let's meet the home team, the Carroll Vikings. First service, a sophomore, number 0, Dennis Miller. A senior, number 3, Dakota Trombley. A junior, number 4, Max Morrow. A sophomore, number 10, Marcus Ayer. Assistant coaches Ben Rosser, Sawyer Jeffrey, and Dustin Sanborn. And coach of the Vikings is Kyle Corrigan. And now for the starting lineup. For Fort Kent, a senior captain, William Morneau. And for Carroll, a senior captain, number 2, Landon Belanger. For the Warriors, a junior, number 10, Aiden Jeffers. And for the Vikings, a senior captain, number 5, Owen Corrigan. For Fort Kent, a senior captain, number 12, Tobias Duranta. And for Carroll, a senior, number 11, Carson Richards. For the Warriors, a junior, number 22, Mason Pelletier. And for the Vikings, a sophomore, number 22, Chandler St. For Fort Kent, a senior, number 32, Finnegan Kelly. And for Carroll, a senior, number 33, Colby Black.
So there are the rosters and the starting lineups for each team.
You want to go through those one more time just in case?
Yep, I will. For Fort Kent, Will Morneau, Aiden Jeffers, Tobias Naranja, number 22, Mason Pelletier, and 32, Finn Kelly. For the Caribou Vikings, it's Landon Belanger, Owen Corrigan, Carson Richards, Chandler St. Peter, and Kobe Ouellette. And those are the starting fives for each team.
Fort Kent Warriors in the road green with black trim. They're going to be heading towards the Buck Street side of the Cross Insurance Center. The Caribou Vikings in the home white with the maroon and gold trim, and they're going to be headed away from the Buck Street side of the arena. The teams are headed to center court, and we're getting ready for a tip-off in our final Northern Maine Regional Championship game. Getting ready to tip off will be Finnegan Kelly for the Warriors and Colby Willett for the Vikings.
Much anticipated matchup of county teams here in the regional championship game. Oh,
Yeah,
bad throw by the ref.
Bad throw, yeah, that was leading.
Gonna have to put 8 minutes back on the clock, I think.
Yeah, so they got that right up there. Good call on Ekris.
I don't know. That wasn't a very good tip either, but Caribou controls it.
Yeah, they're in the backcourt. That's being brought forward by Richards. Driving the lane is Owen Corrigan, going to go out of bounds and retain possession for the Vikings.
Ball's supposed to go high in the air, really on either tip. So
that's a tip I may have won, Chris, and I'm 5'5". All right. Ball goes into Corrigan. Shot goes up off the rim, no good. Rebound, Aiden Jeffers. And the Warriors with their first possession. Naraha moves it forward. Pass broken up by Corrigan on the pass intended for Mason Pelletier. Ball went up the court, has been brought back in so we can resume play here on the near side in the offensive court for Fort Kent. Ball's going to go into Naranja. He has it. He's going to be guarded by Landon Belanger. Belanger had a big game-winning shot for Caribou earlier in the season. Naranja shots up and good! It's a three-point basket and he's pumped. The Warriors strike first. It's 3-0. Carson Richards now bringing it up for the Vikings. Off glass, no good. Rebound Naranja. And the Warriors are on the move again. Naranja guarded by Belanger. Hands it off to Jeffers. Jeffers going to drive into the lane. Shot up and good! It's a quick 5-0 Warrior run. 7 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Carson Richards has it. Hands it off to Colby Willett. Outside on the arc. Gets it back over to Richards. Gets it to Corrigan. Trying to get by his defender, Morneau. Shot up. Iron. No good. Rebound hauled in by Finnegan Kelly. And he gets it to Naraha. And he's going to bring it up with the right-hand dribble into the lane. Kick out to Morneau, to Jeffers. Jeffers to Morneau. Morneau to the top of the key to Mason Pelletier, who gets it to Naraha. Gets it to Kelly. Back to Jeffers at the top. Shot. No good. Rebound Corrigan. And there's going to be a foul down low.
They're going to get that on Corrigan on the rebounding action, or is it Shanley St. Peter actually picked up the foul, so in the rebounding action.
And that's going to be the first foul of the game. We played 1 minute and 42 seconds. Fort Kent leads 5-0. Ball goes into Will Morneau, who gets it to Jeffers on the left elbow. Jeffers drives, lane, shot up. No good, gets his own rebound, off glass and good! Aiden Jeffers, it's a 7-0 Fort Kent lead. Into the lane, shot up by Willett, and he's going to be fouled by Finn Kelly. He was in the act of shooting, so there will be 2 free throws coming up for the Vikings. Each team committing a foul. We played 2 minutes and 2 seconds here in the first quarter. And at the line, it's Colby Willett. First shot is off iron and is no good. Getting ready for his second attempt. That shot is up and good. It's true. It is 7-1, the Fort Kent Warriors. Jeffers gets it to Naranja. His shot is blocked by Belanger. Loose ball picked up by St. Peter, and he gets it to Corrigan. And here come the Vikings. Shot, good. Owen Corrigan for 2, and it's the lead down to 4. It's a 7-3 Fort Kent lead. Morneau to Jeffers, left alone for 3. Off iron, no good. Ball falls into the hand of Corrigan. And he's going to dribble with his left hand into the lane. Unscathed and good. 5 consecutive points One run of 7 for Fort Kent. Caribou got a run of 5. It's 7-5. Warriors. Naranja has it. Guarded by Belanger. Steps into the lane. To Kelly. Shot. No good. Rebound hauled in by Belanger. And here come the Vikings. From right to left. Ball goes into the hands of Chandler St. Peter. St. Peter got it back from Belanger. Floater. No good. Rebound. Kelly. To Morneau. And Naranja going to get it into the front court. And that's over to Mason Pelletier, who gets it to Jeffers. Jump shot up, no good. Rebound hauled in by Belanger. A little bit of a fast-paced action, Chris.
Yes, both ways. This is what we would see. Run and gun on both sides. Oh, nice pass there.
And a traveling violation going to be called on the Vikings, Landon Belanger. And with that, we have our first 2 substitutions of the game for the Warriors. Checking in at number 5, Dom Sear, and number 15, Jaden Jeffers. Checking out will be number 32, Finnegan Kelly, and number 2, Will Morneau. Naranja is going to dribble in to the front court. Gets it into the newly inserted Dom Sear. Sear gets it to Pelletier, Mason Pelletier. As Chris mentioned, is having a big tournament himself. Jeffers with the ball to Aiden Jeffers, off glass and good. Jeffers to Jeffers, that's a lethal combination. And with that, the Warriors take a 9-5 lead. Carson Richards gets it off to Corrigan. Ball stolen by Mason Pelletier. Naranja lead in the offense. He's going to drive. Ball's going to be deflected out to St. Peter. Here comes Corrigan, off glass and good. Owen Corrigan with 6 of the Vikings' 7 points. And they've once again trimmed the Warrior lead to 2. It's 9-7 Fort Kent with 3:30 remaining in the first quarter. Aiden Jeffers has it. Down low, shot off glass. Dumps here.
What a pass. Aiden Jeffers with the assist sets up Dom Sear for an easy layup.
He's more than just a scorer, Chris. You're right. And that's Landon Belanger. Passes it over. 3-point shot is good. Owen Corrigan. And they've cut that lead even smaller. It's now 11-10 Fort Kent with 3 minutes to go.
Corrigan kind of continuing what he did in the semifinals. He had 30 points in a win over Washington Academy.
Jeffers kicks it out to his younger brother. That's Jaden Jeffers. Jaden Jeffers over to Dom Sear. To Mason Pelletier. Pelletier in the corner. Guarded closely by St. Peter. Gets it to Naranja. Shot up, no good. Ball is loose on the floor. Looks like we're going to have a tie-up. Yeah.
Going to be Fort Kent possession. Going to have Declan Miller check into the game for Caribou. He's going to replace Carson Richards.
So Declan Miller has checked in. He'll join Belanger, Corrigan, St. Peter, and Willette on the floor for the Vikings. 11-10 Fort Kent. Mason Pelletier at the elbow. Gets it to Jaden Jeffers. Gets it back. Out to Aiden Jeffers. Aiden Jeffers splitting a bunch of defenders, but then loses the ball. Caribou looking for its first lead. Shot off glass and good. It's Owen Corrigan. 8 points. Actually, no, he's up to more than that, isn't he, Chris? He's up to 11.
11 points.
The outlet. Dom Sear knocks it away. What a save over there by St. Peter. He gets it out to Miller. Miller gets it to Corrigan. 11 of the 12 Viking points. Shots got put up in front of us. No good by Belanger. Rebound, the Warriors. Rebound hauled in by Mason Pelletier to Aiden Jeffers to Naranja for 3. No good. And it looks like we're going to have something called down on the baseline.
This is also the first lead so far the night for Caribou. Going to get Will Morneau and Finn Kelly back in as well for Fort Kent.
Dom Sear is going to pick up that foul for Fort Kent. His first, the team's second. Not a lot of contact in this game so far. Only 3 combined fouls. Shot up by Corrigan, no good. Longer rebound goes out to Belanger. Over to the right elbow to Declan Miller. Miller goes into St. Peter, who's immediately fouled by Mason Pelletier. And for Mason, that'll be his first foul, the team's third. Owen Corrigan going to take the ball out of bounds. His defender's facing him, so I'm not quite sure we'll see another play like we saw earlier in the tournament from Gardner where they threw it off the defender and tried to put it in. And we're going to have a player control foul called on Chandler St. Peter as Dom Sear held his ground. And for St. Peter, that's going to be foul number 2 and 2 on Caribou.
Richards is going to check back in for Caribou.
That was a quick break for Richards. I don't believe they were expecting St. Peter to pick up his second foul. Coach Corrigan going back to his bench for Richards. All right, Morneau gets it over to Sear, over to Mason Pelletier. Pelletier guarded by Corrigan to Morneau. Aiden Jeffers at the top of the key. He gets it into the corner to Kelly. Kelly hands it back off to Pelletier, who gets it to Morneau, who drives into the lane, kicks back out himself. Guarded closely. Ball goes into Kelly. Out to Pelletier. Shot up, no good. Ball is loose, but it's going to be hauled in by number 2, Landon Belanger, and he is going to be fouled. And Coach Kyle Corrigan loving what he's seeing right now.
It's going to be 2 on Kelly. And we're going to have Kelly checking out and number 13, who I don't have on the roster.
That is Gavin Sevier. When they're in the home whites, he wears 34, and in the road greens, he wears number 13.
Wow, okay. All right. Well, good information there, Rich.
I probably should have mentioned that earlier, Chris.
That's okay. I should have been paying attention to the rosters, and I would have known.
Carson Richards gets it over to Declan Miller, who gets it back.
Oh,
shot going to go off glass. No good. Rebound put back. That's no good. Hauled in by Gavin Sevier. Ooh, a dangerous pass to Aiden Jeffers. Jeffers being double teamed, knocked all over the place. And there is going to be a foul called, and I believe that's going to be on Belanger. The Viking fans not liking that. Chris, we have 10.1 seconds left here in the first quarter. Let's see what Fort Kent dials up for a play. In the hands of their playmaker, it's Aiden Jeffers, and we're down to
Time running down here.
4, 3, 2. He's going to get the shot off. Pelletier, no good. Swatted away by Colby Willett for good measure. But our first quarter score is Caribou 12, Fort Kent 11. We'll be back after these messages.
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays, showcasing innovative trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
Rep Eastern Maine Sports with official merch made for real fans. Grab yours now by scanning the QR code on screen and wear the brand that brings the action live.
Eastern Maine Sports.
And we're back, getting ready for second quarter action. The Caribou Vikings will have the possession and a 1-point lead, headed right to left from the cross center from Buck Street. Inbounds goes to Carson Richards, and he's going to be met by Will Morneau. He'll hand it off to Owen Corrigan, who gets it to Belanger. Belanger to Declan Miller, who's in front of us. To Corrigan on the elbow, shot up. No good, loose ball picked up by Belanger. Batted around, and it's going to go off Belanger's hands. Possession, Warriors. Fort Kent, which led most of the first quarter, looking to regain that lead. Full court pressure being applied by the Vikings. They're now going to sag. Aiden Jeffers is going to bring it over the timeline. Guarded by Declan Miller. Into the corner that goes to Sam Johnson. Jeffers for 3. In and out. Rebound Willett. He gets it to Corrigan. And now here comes Carson Richards. Richards at the elbow. Into the lane. Looking for Willett. The ball is going to go off the hands of Jeffers, but they're actually going to call a foul on Jeffers for a push in the back. You know, one of the great things about sitting on press row, Chris, besides the great seats, you get to hear what the referees actually say.
Yep, yep. It is. That's the benefit of being up close to the action.
Owen Corrigan gets it to Willett, who hits it back off to Corrigan. 3-point shot by Richards up, no good. Ball is loose, and that's going to be recovered by Corrigan. Corrigan kicks it out to Declan Miller, left alone from the top of the key, and good! Declan Miller's first basket of the game, the second three-pointer for the Warriors, for the Vikings, and they now have a 4-point lead, 15-11, with 6:50 remaining in the first half. Jeffers to Morneau. Morneau gets it out to Naranja. Tobias made the first shot of the game and has been silent since. He puts up a shot there. Another three for Tobias. He's up to 6 points, and they've cut the lead down to 1. It's 15-14 Caribou. And here comes Belanger. Belanger going to be called for the player control foul. That will be foul number 2, both of which have happened here in this, should be right here in this quarter is his first one. He ended the quarter with one as well.
Dom Sear back into the game for Fort Kent. That's number 3.
Dakota Trombley. Yeah. Both teams going a little deeper into the bench a little earlier. But as you said, the Vikings are more used to that than the Warriors. And here comes Jeffers, a spin move in the lane. Off glass, no good. Fights for the rebound, but that battle is going to be won by the newly inserted Trombley. And here come the Vikings. Declan Miller across the timeline, got her by Naranja. Comes into the lane, shot up, no good. Rebound Willett, rolls around and in. 2 more points for the Vikings. They now lead 17-14 as we've got 5:55 remaining in the first half. Morneau driving to the left to Naranja, and he's going to be out of bounds as he received that pass. A couple players checking in for Fort Kent. Chris, can you see those numbers?
Yeah, 22, Mason Pelletier, number 15, Jaden Jeffers. Replacing Johnson and Morneau.
Excellent. Pelletier coming in with 1 foul. And that's Carson Richards who gets into the lane for Corrigan. Corrigan doing Corrigan things and putting up even more points for the Vikings.
He's got 13 now.
13 points here in this first half for Owen Corrigan. He is all over this court, trying to make Uncle Kyle proud. That's Jaden Jeffers with the ball down low into Dom Sear. Sear looking to get to Naranja, who gets it out to Jaden Jeffers. Jaden to Aiden Jeffers. Aiden Jeffers guarded by Declan Miller. Down low to Naranja, turns around, shot, no good. Dom Sear's there. Hits the underneath of the backboard. Ball hauled in by Owen Corrigan. 5 versus 5. Corrigan guarded by Sear. Gets it over to Carson Richards. Ball's back in the hands of Corrigan at the top of the key, looking to drive. To Declan Miller here in the corner for 3. Rims out. Ball's going to be picked up by Jaden Jeffers. Nice move to keep his feet in bounds and not go out of bounds. Ball's going to be knocked out into the first row of the bleachers by Owen Corrigan.
He's doing it all here in this first half.
Lots of energy by Owen Corrigan. I agree with you, Chris. He is all over this court with 13 points. Aiden Jeffers has it, met by Declan Miller at the top of the key. Gets it to Naranja, who comes in. Gets it over to Jaden Jeffers. Jeffers to Pelletier. Back to Naranja. Guarded by Colby Willett. Kick out to Mason Pelletier, who's able to get Corrigan to commit, but not able to get a shot off. Aiden Jeffers at the top of the key. Ball going to be poked loose by Miller. He gets it to Corrigan. Corrigan lays it up. No good. Rebound right here in front of us. Naranja is able to get it on a save by Jaden Jeffers. Everybody here is okay, and here goes Jaden Jeffers with the pass to Dom Sear off glass. No good. Rebound, Colby Willett. The Vikings looking to increase their 5-point lead as they lead 19-14 with 4 minutes to go. Ball kicked out by Trombley. Comes over here to Corrigan in the corner. Drives baseline. And he's going to be called for taking 1 too many steps. It's a traveling violation on Owen Corrigan. Coach Chad Sear going to call a 60-second timeout for the Warriors. What do you think this message is going to be, Chris?
Maybe slow it down a little bit. I don't know if you want to get, Fort Kent can run with any team, but this isn't it. This is Caribou. I don't know if you want to get into a, what do you want to call it, a race with Caribou. Fort Kent's had 6 points from Naranja and 6 points from Jeffers so far, but their only other basket is from Dom Sear for 2, so they've got to get some help in other areas with scoring as well. Only down 5, a little less than 4 minutes left in the first half, so plenty of time, but see what Coach can draw up in the huddle here and settle things down a little bit. It's been a high-intensity first half here.
It really is, and if you're Coach Corrigan, you've got to be pleased with what you've seen so far out of your team. They've only had 4 turnovers, which with this high intensity they play, that's pretty good, I would say.
Yeah, and just like Fort Kent, they've only got 3 scorers on their side as well, led by Corrigan with 13, who's over halfway to his average that he's averaged in this regional, averaging 23 points a game. So let's see what Coach Sear drew up in the huddle and for this next offensive possession for the Fort Kent Warriors.
And Aiden Jeffers is going to bring the ball. He's going to be guarded closely by Declan Miller. Jeffers kicks it out to Sear. To Jeffers, turns around, shot up, no good, but he is fouled.
I think the call was get the ball to Aiden Jeffers and move out of the way.
And that's fine.
Yeah. That usually works for them. But again, we're going to have to get some more scoring here for Fort Kent because, I don't know, I probably said that 5 times in the pregame that Caribou is just deep.
They're very deep, and you don't want to let this game get out of control. Still plenty of time, though. Morneau's going to check in for Jaden Jeffers as Aiden Jeffers connects on his first free throw. That last foul was on Declan Miller, his first, Caribou second. Second shot's no good. Rebounds hauled in by Colby Willett. And here comes Owen Corrigan. To Willett. Back to Corrigan. He's calling for Richards. Goes back cross court. Richards gets it into the paint to Trombley. Shot up and good. That's Declan Miller. Declan Miller up to 5 points. Oh, and Corrigan overcommitted on that one. That leaves Pelletier to Jeffers. He had to save it. Morneau has it. Gets it over to Mason Pelletier. To Naranja on the right elbow. Gets it over to Mason Pelletier on the left elbow. Down into Dom Sear. Morneau. Pelletier. Pelletier having a quiet first half that may be by design by the Vikings. Make sure he doesn't beat us. And he's going to drive the paint. Looking for a bounce pass to Sear, and there's Declan Miller stepping in front. And here off goes Colby Willett. Willett met by 5 Warriors. Shot off glass and good. And the Vikings have their largest lead of the game. They're up 8, 23-15. Naranja gets it to Morneau. To Mason Pelletier. 2:22 left in the first half. Caribou 23, Fort Kent 15. Fort Kent in the road green jerseys. Aiden Jeffers drives, gets by Trombley. He's up to 9 points here in his first half. And Owen Corrigan going to bring the ball up. He gets it over to Miller, to Trombley, back to Corrigan. Over here to Miller on the left elbow. Jump shot up, no good. Ball going to be knocked. Each team saying the other knocked it out of bounds. The officials get together. They get the call correct, and it will be the Fort Kent Warriors ball. Whichever way got the ball was going to be correct. They talked it over. Will Morneau going to inbound the ball for the Fort Kent Warriors, who trail 23-17 here with 1:51 left to go in the first half. Morneau gets it to Naranja, back to Morneau. Vikings going to allow him to bring it into the front court, and Colby Willett will take the honors of guarding him. 1:40 left to go. Ball goes into Aiden Jeffers, who's guarded by Declan Miller. Jeffers getting ready to drive. Nope. It's a 5-second violation. Miller, smart play defensively. He close enough by to draw that 5 count. All right, Declan Miller's going to come across the timeline, being met by Aiden Jeffers. He's going to get it over to Richards, who's guarded by Naranha. He's going to drive into the paint. Shot's going to go up. Traveling violation called first. And the turnover is starting to pile up a little bit here now for each side. All right, Dom Sear to inbound the ball on the baseline next to us. Will Morneau guarded by Colby Willett. Morneau trying to get by Willett, and he's going to be called for a double dribble. And another turnover. How much of that do you attribute to the defense, and how much do you attribute that to being so fast-paced that your body's still trying to catch up? So the ball comes into the Vikings, and that is Owen Corrigan. Corrigan spins in the lane. Shot goes up and out. Ball going to be hauled in by Finn Kelly. Naranha has it as we have approached the 1-minute mark here in the first half. Naranha gets by his defender. Ball is going to be swatted out of bounds by the Vikings. It'll be Warriors ball with 52.2 seconds left, and a Mason Pelletier sighting as he'll check in for Dom Sear. Jeffers, Pelletier, Kelly, Morneau, Naranha. Oh, and a wide open Finn Kelly on the inbounds pass.
That's his first 2 of the game. Couldn't have been an easier one.
And the Warriors cut the lead down to 4. Willett has it, gets it over here to Trombley. He puts up a 3, shot off glass, no good. There's Corrigan. 26 seconds, and here comes Aiden Jeffers, gets over the timeline. Guarded by Declan Miller. Gets it to Morneau on the right elbow. Morneau. Oh, and a hand check going to be called on Dakota Trombley. Only the 3rd team foul for Caribou. We've seen some games today, Chris, with a lot of first half fouls. This one played pretty cleanly. It's 5 total for Fort Kent, 6 total for Caribou over 2 quarters. Jeffers with 7 seconds, guarded closely by Richards. Swings it over to Naranha, guarded by Miller. He's got 2, he's got 1. Shots up! That's long. Willett hauls in the rebound, and we're going to head to halftime. But before we do, let's give you a quick little scoring recap. It's Caribou 25, Fort Kent 19.
Yeah, Jeffers leading away for Fort Kent with 8. And then on the other side, 15 for Owen Corrigan leads the way for the Vikings. So good first half. Actually, the first and second quarter there, you'd like to have a better look at the buzzer there if you're Fort Kent. They didn't have a good shot attempt at the buzzer in the first quarter or the second quarter. You'd like to have a little bit of a better look there.
I would agree with that. And with this, folks, we're going to go ahead and take our commercial breaks for the halftime, and we'll be back after these messages.
Sweatshirts, jackets, hats, baby clothes, and much more. Get your Eastern Maine sports merch at www.bonfire.com/store/eastern-maine-sports or at easternmainsports.com. Wide selection of items available with more being added frequently.
Are you looking for the perfect house? Well, look no further than Next Home Experience Realtor, Jamie Gilbert. Jamie covers the greater Bangor area all the way up to Greenville. She offers superior personal service before, during, and after your transaction. So if you are in the greater Bangor area and you see Luke the next home dog on a lawn, make sure to call Next Home Experience Realtor, Jamie Gilbert. Give her a call at 207-343-1215 and get started on finding your dream home today.
and softball training facility has the perfect gift for the budding all-star on your holiday shopping list. Give the gift of training. Sluggers offers both group and one-on-one lessons for all levels. Give the gift of experience. From batting cages to advanced technology, Sluggers is the perfect place to get practice and improve skills. Give the gift of competition. Joining a travel team at Sluggers is a great way to learn and grow with new friends. You're sure to hit it out of the park when you give the gift of Sluggers.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Ral's Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing a vehicle, Ral's Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Ral's Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays, showcasing innovative trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
Get hydrated and energized and feel fantastic at Pine State Nutrition. Whether you're an athlete, a workaholic, or a parent on the go, we have something for everyone. Get your tea or shake filled with healthy energy, hydration, immunity, protein, and so much more. Healthy starts here at Pine State Nutrition on Broadway in Bangor.
Bring the family to Angler's Restaurant, where Maine classics like fried clams, haddock, and lobster are served with a smile. Join us for lunch or dinner, or order ahead to go. See our full menu at anglersseafoodrestaurant.com, your hometown seafood spot. Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection to modular home and communications equipment. Call 977-BEAR today.
Welcome back, fans. We are here at the Cross Insurance Center here in Bangor, Maine. 4:25 left in the halftime show.
I can recap those numbers a little bit better now that I have them all worked out here. So Jeffers with 9 to lead the way. Dom Sear with 2. Tobias Naranha with 6. And Finn Kelly with 2 for the total of 19 for the Fort Kent Warriors. And for Caribou, it's been the Owen Corrigan show. He's got 15 in the first half. Declan Miller has 5 off the bench. And Colby Ouellette also has 5 points. Their total of 25. 25-19 Caribou at the half.
Other scores played today here in Bangor. The Wisdom Pioneers pick up their first regional victory in 28 years. That last victory coming in 1998. Coach Dion and the Wisdom Pioneers, led by Ava Lerman and their 21 points, pull off a 41-26 victory over the Katahdin Cougars. In the second game of the day, the Easton Bears had a battle back from down 15 at one point, down 11 at one point, tied it up, down 9, tied it up, took the lead, and never looked back. Coach Daniel Warren and his team winning their first regional championship in 10 years. They're looking for their first gold ball in 61 years, but they accomplished the feat today with the 58-42 victory over Jonesport Field Royals.
Yeah, and that was Wisdom Girls and Easton Boys. Yeah.
Yep. And then we travel over to Class C, which began our afternoon session. The defending Class C champions, PBH Howlers, now in Class D, led by head coach Nate Case. They were able to
pulled off the number 2 seed and home team, Machias Bulldogs, by a score of 53-37. Chris has some interesting highlights regarding Lila Cummings of the PBHS Howlers.
Yeah, something I mentioned in the pregame show. Lila Cummings, this is courtesy of Jason Coleman, who's the athletic director at UMaine Fort Kent, told us in her time at PBHS, Lila Cummings is about, combined for all sports, is about to play in her 20th championship game next weekend, which is unbelievable.
What an amazing feat, and it just goes to show with that experience and playing in the big game why the Howlers are able to get it done consistently. And then the second game of the afternoon, the number 1 seed Machias Bulldogs, the Madawaska Owls, a matchup everyone was looking for. Yet another Pelletier. This time it's Quinn Pelletier of Madawaska. He puts up 28 points in a losing effort as the number 1 Machias Bulldogs, coached by Chad Fitzsimmons, reached their first regional, win their first regional final since 2020, looking to win their first gold ball since 2017, led by Mickey Fitzsimmons. And then a game just before our game, the Madanock Academy Lynx, coached by Pat House, clinched their first Northern Maine championship in girls basketball with a 41-22 victory over the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. The defense of the Lynx held superstar Nola Mason to 2 points, Chris.
Yeah.
They were led on the offensive side by Megan House with 17, and Addison Sayre 15 points, 13 rebounds.
Yeah, it was a great defensive effort by Madanock Academy, and Foxcroft needed some of their key people to score, and that wasn't the case. And still a pretty good run for Foxcroft Academy to make it to the regional final under head coach Tyler Muzzy.
All right, Chris, back to this game now. We're about 50 seconds away from starting back up. It's 25-19 Caribou. What do the Fort Kent Warriors have to do to get back into this game?
It's gonna have to be mostly led by Aiden Jeffers. He was held to 9 in the first half, which isn't bad. He's averaged 30 points a game in this regional. But again, you're going to need other people to score. Other players have stepped up during the tournament to score, including Mason Pelletier. Some of those starters are going to have to step up even more here in the second half for Fort Kent to have a chance to come back and beat Caribou.
And Chris, we got a final down in Class A. It's going to be the number 6 seed, Portland, who pulls away with a 48-30 victory over Cheverus. So
they're going to be playing Camden Hills.
They're going to be playing Camden Hills for the Class A championship down in Portland on Saturday night.
Yeah, I think that one's. I think they're playing all those at the Expo, if I'm not mistaken.
And here we go with second half action. The Warriors in their road green uniforms with black trim are going to head from Buck Street from right to left on our floor. Jeffers has it, gets it to Naranja. Naranja, who got the game started with an early three-pointer. Jump shot, good! He gets the second quarter started also for the Fort Kent Warriors.
Definitely going to need more of that if you're Fort Kent.
And it's only a 4-point Caribou lead. Carson Richards has it.
Beautiful feed.
Corrigan shot, no good. Oh, he knocks the ball out of Finnegan Kelly's hands. Ball's loose again. Richards, ball's going to be swatted away by Moore. No, he dives in front
what
of
hustle.
In front of the scorer's table. Yeah, great hustle, Chris. You're right. All of a sudden, here comes this body right across the floor. I'm probably sure there's no dust bunnies left over there if there were any.
Good point.
Carson Richards has it for the Vikings in the home white uniforms with red and gold trim, heading left to right towards Buck Street. Colby Willett has it. He gets it to Carson Richards, who's at the top of the key, trying to drive into lane, puts that ball off of the knee.
That almost reminded me of the slide that Ethan Snow did years ago when George Stevens' boys won a state championship on this floor. And Ethan is a friend of ours and works down in Southern Maine with WHOU.live. And